Rockstar energy gets me energized so I can go out and send it. Hustle on.
GT Radio. Experience ultra high performance.
Link ECU. We know what it takes to win. Pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
For 30 Formula Drift teams, our professional tire stacks crew will mount over 1,000 tires during a weekend to keep our drivers on track, competing at the highest level. TireStacks.com, the official tire service of Formula Drift.
The magic of Rain-X. Okay, that's some serious Hollywood stuff right there. But with Rain-X Latitude water repellency blades, the magic is real. These blades apply a new longer lasting water repellency formula. The magic of Rain-X repels water from your windshield so water beads up and rolls away while you drive, giving you the clearest view possible. Treat your windshield for safer driving visibility with Rain-X Latitude water repellency wiper blades.
My heart just dropped. Thinking about you. Just stops when I'm without you. My heart just dropped. Thinking about you. Just stops when I'm without you.
Off this way, doing all these shows. I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I get paid. Bad little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she can shred. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie getting made. Drip too hard, don't stand too close. Off this way, doing all these shows. I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I get paid. Bad little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she can shred. Do this all the time.
Michelin Raceway Road. That's right, we are here for round 2, the Type S. You know what? This title fight here has been going down for 20 years. It's so great to be back at this iconic track and outside of Formula Drift. You know, you get Petit Le Mans, you get motorcycles here, but drifting, that keyhole right there was paved 20 years ago for Formula Drift. This is the birthplace, the womb. My name is Jared Deanna. Join me up here for Prospec, round 1 of the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship. This is round 2 of the Pro Championship. That goes down tomorrow and tomorrow night, but today it's all Prospec, basically the feeder series into the Pro Championship. Joining me up here is Matt Sopa. Matt Sopa, he is joining me here in the booth. Normally you see him actually on the start line. He's pointing at the drivers, making sure they're good, and sending a hit the light, doing all things. But notably, Matt, you are a drifter. You build cars. You're a Ford guy. You got a Fox body. You got a Fusion with the Coyote engine in it. And I think everybody from Super Drift to even yesterday, everybody really enjoys the insight that you brought. How was your debut yesterday, and what do you think of the track and what's going on here this weekend?
It was super amazing to be able to give everybody the insight that is going through my head anyway at start, and really kind of give them that perspective. It was just a real treat.
Yeah, it's really fun, and again, just like me going up there, little nerves, little things, but it all goes away once the action ensues, right? Well, yesterday we talked about qualifying Prospec and Pro. Notably, Ben Hobson, this Pedal Commander vehicle, GT Radials. This is a proven vehicle. Now, this vehicle came out of Odie Box's camp.
Correct.
He stepped up.
Absolutely. He, like I said, he was going to be a contender to begin with, I knew, and he's an absolute weapon of a car. There's no doubt about that coming from the Bocce's crew.
Yeah, Odie, sharing a lot of knowledge. Odie, his suspension knowledge runs really deep, hence the name Feel Suspension on the vehicle. Feel is his company. He gives a lot of insight to a lot of drivers. So when you're handed the keys to a vehicle that is definitely capable at the capable hands, boom, perfect formula for success. So Ben Hobson, notably our #1 qualifier. We do have a full field in both Prospec and Pro, so we're going to see no buy runs up until this point, unless somebody doesn't like a DNS, a do not start.
Right. Unfortunately,
Yeah. All right, so talking about what's going on here, Nate Chen, he qualifies second. Really good run. Probably the most consistent I've seen from Nate, from the exhaust note, the attitude of the vehicle, and he'll be going against Zach Farrar in top 32.
Yeah, he's got the back end of Jerry N Racing, and, another good pedigree in Pro. And he's been very consistent this weekend, including we had a little wet practice here. He was just as consistent then, and I was just impressed with his smoothness, wheeling that car around the course.
And what's really cool is Nate Chen, he does double duty, like a lot of these drivers are doing. They'll be up here spotting for a pro driver and vice versa. Nate Chen is spotting for Kazuya Taguchi, who we saw get that win last year in St. Louis. They have the same chassis, obviously doing a little bit of mind sharing there. This is our top 32 driver, how it all breaks down. You can see 16 battles, top 32, whittled down to 16. But in between that, the halftime break gives our fans an opportunity that are here in the building to go shake hands, high fives, get some autographs, buy some merch, buy some gear, including some Type S gear. Type S, the official lighting of Formula Drift. We got Larry Chen lights for sale, actually special Formula Drift pricing. So what do we got going on here? Who are we looking at?
Jaden, the 15-year-old.
That's right. He just turned 15 3 days ago. He's from Montreal, Canada. I was talking to a few different drivers earlier today, and they're absolutely impressed. When he got this score, when he threw it down up there earlier, Jaden Martorana, he qualified 3rd overall, 15 years old, just turned that, like I said, 2 or 3 days ago. Talking to Reese Conklin, he's just about the same age, about a year. They have the same birthday. He says, man, I want to compete against him. I want to hate him, but gosh darn, he's just too nice.
He is. I've had the opportunity to talk to him a few times over the weekend and put out a fire for him, literally, when we were in practice on Wednesday. And he's just so grateful that he was able to get back out there, and we were able to check his car out afterward and give it the go-ahead to keep competing.
And Jaden will be going against Daniel Malvasio. A lot of these drivers are the first time they're entering into Formula Drift competition, either Pro Spec or Pro, even like going from our Pro Spec champion. Look at Robert Thorne making the jump from last year, being our not defending champion. He made the move. This is our Link Engine Management Pro Spec Championship schedule. We kick things off obviously here today. We'll find out who leads the points here tonight. We got E-Town, the first ever American purpose-built Drift Coliseum, St. Louis, Missouri, Worldwide Technology Raceway Park, and we make our way back for the second year in a row. Grantsville, Utah, just outside of Salt Lake City, which is the Utah Motorsports campus. So an action-packed event, starting them young. How we doing out there? We got coloring books. My man's got an FD shirt on right there.
Yeah.
Pops is chilling, moms. Be sure I see mom's got her phone right there. Hashtag FDLB, hashtag Formula D. That's you.
Yeah.
Wave to the camera, homeboy. There we go. That's right. Start them young. You want to share some of that snack? You got a chicken finger there? Macaroni cheese with the chicken strips. All right. We also, Torque Drift, if you haven't downloaded the game already, you can actually shred the track digitally. So we're going to ride shotgun here, break it down for a sofa. Jonathan Castro, Torque Drift.
Got Virtual Castro coming in there hot in inner clip 1. Slowing it down here, getting good proximity, just giving that little taste of that rumble strip, making a nice snappy transition, getting close to touch and go. Not an important point at that point until the return. Getting deep on outer zone 1. Look at him. Just full 2 tires on the rumble strip. It's okay that way, the sharp bite.
It's going to bite the other way.
It's going to bite the other way. Outer zone 2. Very, very critical aspect of this course to fill from outer zone 1 and getting into making a smooth arc in the inner clip 2, making that quick transition, coming out of the keyhole. Cone is just there for visual reference for the driver. Sometimes you can't see over the hood of these cars. This is where you want to get close to touch and go As you come around, getting close to that rumble strip again, nice snappy transition. Make it early, make it fast. Pass inner clip now 3, and you got to sail it wide to the left on the finish.
Yeah, want to make sure you don't snap back. There it is. So there's our
there's our guy.
15-year-old Jaden. He's getting his mind right. He's up top of the hill, all the hot pit areas. And you talk about that touch and go area. What are some other things that stood out in the drivers' meeting to you that the judges are looking for? Speaking of our judges, I'll introduce them in a moment. Talk about that touch and go. That's, again, not a clipping point, not a zone. It's just a good reference, and it also trues up your line.
Yeah.
But walk us through criteria, momentum zones, and also what the judges are looking
So
for.
the momentum zone, we want to, you're decelling there in the momentum zone, but you're also carrying speed at the same time, which is kind of a conundrum to begin with. But you want to get back on throttle before inner clip 1, and the touch and go, between touch and go and inner clip 1, you want to make that transition to set yourself up. If you do it too late, you're going to ruin the rest of your run if you don't set yourself up for outer zone 1 and 2. It'll translate. You get kind of new life coming out of inner clip 1 and the keyhole and coming back down the hill, so you can kind of make up for it. It's kind of one of those courses where it's rare to see.
And there are certain points and aspects that the judges are looking for. Criteria, traditionally in years past, and it's evolved over the years from knobs to things to that. This year, here are Link Engine Management keys to victory. Rattle them off, if you will.
All right, we got the quick and accurate initiation. Wanted to be a fluid going into inner clip 1, back on throttle by inner clip 1, preferably before it. Heavy throttle usage up the hill. We want to see all that tire smoke going up there to fill outer zone 1 and 2. Keep that momentum going, getting through the touch and go there, and then keep swinging it wide to finish and send it back up the hill.
A lot of exciting things going down. We did see rain here earlier today. We saw rain for practice. Looks like it's dried out a little bit here, but you never know. Just wait 10 more minutes and the weather could change. So the touch and go for reference there is just right in the center of our screen. You can see the yellow and black with those 2 white cones, the BC Racing Gopher Gold cones. That's the touch and go. So, again, that's giving the drivers reference. So if you're chasing down a car, you want to ensure that ideally they're on that touch and go. They're not going to have a wide swing. Passing, we do allow it. Obviously, it's better to kind of show car control. If somebody's just way far gone, if they're way too on the inside, you're going to pass. You're going to dive in on the inside.
That's also one of the points where you can't pass. Only the inner clips.
Exactly. Here's our keys to victory. Again, maintain proximity from start to finish. Match leads the car's smoke trail. So get in, tuck in. You don't want to get blinded by the smoke or the light. Mimic the line in the transitions, and then don't compromise line by leaving the horseshoe. So, meaning we talk about basically offsetting or compromising one thing to do another. You want to keep the good flow. Run that qualifying run as if nobody's behind you, right?
Yeah.
You can't
don't look back.
Don't look back. Dance like nobody's watching, right?
Exactly.
And put down the run, and then that chase car needs to mimic that lead car. Wherever they go, they're going to follow, obviously within reason. If your friend jumps off a bridge, like Mom said, don't do it.
Yeah, don't follow that pocket.
Do not. So you'll see a lot of, get off your phones, bro. Come on, man. What are you guys doing on your phones? Yeah, put it down. I see you. What who are you busy texting right now? Are you texting some of the drivers? You're texting each other? Did you see this video? You're showing each other TikToks and some Instagram videos. I like it. Well, we are up here in the judges' stand. We got our spotter stand just to the right of Sopa and I, but right on that front rail, they have a really cool instant replay, screen there. But those are 3 judges. Chris Yule, he is there on the far right.
Stage left.
There it is. Yeah, stage left. Right in the middle, you got Brian Egger. Say hello. Get off your phone, Brian. Then we got Ryan Lontaine from Canada. Thank you for joining us. Next to him, we got the other guys on the other side, part of the judging staff, which is Robbie Bushido Blade Nishida, joining us from Japan. So we do have 4 judges this year, and it's a rotating seat. One of the judges will become a chief steward. Next to him is Sean Adriano, who the entirety of the season will negotiate with drivers if there's any protests or anything that needs to go down to be rectified. So our panel has grown, which I think just contributes to just, again, different perspectives. Being a driver, being a judge, being an organizer, all these different things. It comes with great wisdom. And with that comes great responsibility.
Absolutely.
Ben Hobson, Tyler Foley, our first battle of our Link Engine Management Prospec Top 32. Ben Hobson. Yeah, his hat says I love hot moms, by the way. I don't know if that's a sponsor or if that's just a movement, but that's just where Ben Hobson's at.
Good observation, Jared.
Yeah, Pell City, Alabama. Tyler Foley from Connecticut. And again, Tyler's got a big uphill battle here. He knows what he and who he's going against. I'm talking about the machine and the man. I'm talking about Ben Hobson. Tyler Foley, BMWs, I pointed out to you. You're like, yeah, there are a lot of BMWs.
Flip a coin, it'll be an S chassis or an E series,
Yeah, you get a little bit of variety. E36, E46, or S14.9 carry the one.
Yep.
Yeah,
Squared.
S chassis. Yeah. All right, so again, here in the building, if you are joining us, Type S, the official lighting of Formula Drift, we have special pricing here at the Formula Drift merchandise trailer. Larry Chen, I saw him running around here. He has a signature 360 LED video light and power bank. Yeah, it's a light, it's a power bank. Go pick it up. Again, special FD pricing. You'll see the underglow kits and the third brake light kits later on when obviously the sun sets. We got 12-volt jump starter packs with built-in USB cable, LCD display, charger phone, charger car, you got it all. And of course, we got the Formula Drift Pro Series Ultra Slim Smart LED trim kit. So up, under, inside, 49 different color options, 8 different mode settings, all brought to you by Type S. All right, and we are getting set here. Thank you again, Matt Sopa. I think everybody really enjoyed your commentary, your dialogue, and just some great insight. You know, going from the line to up here.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a real treat, and continue to do so. It's real fun.
Let's go ham sandwich, dude.
Let's go.
I know we already had lunch, but
well, maybe we'll make it a banana sandwich.
Banana sandwich. It's dessert. Banana pudding.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. All right, here we go. Ben Hobson, Tyler Foley. They are on the start line. Max, he keeps it dirty. Oh, he's full max. Maximum effort on the start line. And we are clear to send. That red light illuminating once it extinguishes. Matt, I don't know if you know this, but once it extinguishes, that's when they leave.
Oh, lights out in Atlanta. Here we go.
Yeah, there we go. Let's make it official, baby. I'm Jared Dean and Matt Sopa here. Our first battle of 2023, celebrating 20 years of Formula Drift. Ben Hobson, that pedal chassis. Tyler Foley comes in hot. He does apply a little bit of pressure. Now, in that chase position, you need to allow that lead car that room to swing, right? So go in front of you. Hobson, again, #1 qualifier for a reason. Fills all that outside zone too. Tyler Foley not part of the equation. Now coming out of the keyhole, they're navigating back down the hill. Talking about that momentum zone going up the hill. They're slowing, but they're sliding into it. Now wrapping around that final clip, which was the first inside clip. Ben Hobson gets it done. Tyler Foley, mistake right there on launch.
Yeah, my favorite part was Hobson didn't let it bother him. He stayed true and laid down a nice lead.
Like you said, don't look back.
Never look back.
Never look back.
So here we go. I really liked Foley's aggressiveness here as Hobson was coming in there. Nice, sweet initiation. Just a little too spicy. Actually almost set up Hobson better than he might have been without the touch. And getting in outer zone 1, here we go. Swinging it around. He's just out there for a nice Friday afternoon drive. Foley making some presence there in the frame. Hobson getting close there, coming out of the keyhole. And he's making a show out of it. Hobson burning off those GT radials, get the touch and go, swinging it around. Inner clip 3, sending it home. So he's at a huge advantage here. So Foley's really got to cross his fingers and all his toes to have Hobson make a mistake, but I find that highly unlikely.
The applause-o-meter is definitely going the way of Ben Hobson after that battle. He just was not fazed what was going on in his rearview mirror. Tyler Foley seeing what's going on with Ben, making sure they are all good to go.
Yeah, he's kind of like the Florida man of drifting, Ben Hobson. He's just
whatever.
No care. And
Ain't
he'll
care.
hang it out there, and he'll make it happen with whatever he's got. It's awesome.
I like it. All right, so Ben Hobson. All right, setting run 2. Foley will be leading at E36. Let's see what we got. Foley really needs to put down a good run. Hobson doesn't need to be too aggressive here in order to get this victory, but he definitely needs to have an active chase, what we're going to call an inactive chase, when he pedal back, he's sandbag just to play it safe, but he's not. Tyler Foley, a little bit of shimmy there in going from outside zone 1 to 2. Hobson taking the shallow line. Foley. So that's what we're talking about. There is a passing opportunity. The mistake was so large that Ben Hobson came on the inside. Tyler Foley overshoots it. It's going to be an easy victory for Ben Hobson, that pedal commander, GT radial, field suspension, S chassis. Unfortunate for Tyler Foley.
That's
just
the
again,
end of his weekend.
overcooks the meatloaf. Banana sandwich, right?
Yeah, Ben saw that opportunity, as we all did, and I think we saw that in practice with the pros. I think Jeff Jones got a pass at a legit zone there. So I don't think there'll be much of a surprise there in which way it's going to go.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at it again here. United States Air Force instant replay.
Yeah, here we go. Nice conservative initiation by Foley here as he comes around there. A little late transition. Ben staying in the presence. You know, can't have that inactive chasing. A little wobble there, left foot braking, getting outer zone 2, but didn't set himself up for success getting the pass and all 4 tires off. So it was, I think, 3 strikes on this one for Foley. Hobson bringing it around the touch and go and getting himself in the top 16. So we'll see him later tonight.
Yeah, just as far as the lay of the land, us being your tour guides, we do have a halftime break, but let's make it official. Slide him left for Hobson, right for Foley, and there it is. 1, 2, and 3. Ben Hobson gets the win and advances on into the 16. All right, congratulations to him. Here we are in the top 16, Royal Purple. Royal Purple, the synthetic experts, the official engine oil of Formula Drift. That's what he is advancing on into. There is a pro spec contingency as well. So money for stakes if you run the decal and obviously run the product. So for each round, and then obviously the top finisher of the year. Run the decal, guarantee the payout. Royal Purple, the synthetic experts. Talaska, Cody Buchanan. Got Wisconsin, Fargo, North Dakota. Just love the diversity of where these drivers are coming from, you know, and Pro-Am with the progression of that, seeing just the different builds, the drives, the different styles. Would you say that in different regions they kind of have different styles, or is it kind of being standardized? What are your thoughts?
It's interesting to see the different styles, but if I really couldn't put a finger on the regions as far as like it's different. It's just more the personality and what they did maybe before drifting.
Okay.
Like if they
BMX,
were biker,
skateboarding,
yeah,
moto,
stuff like that.
All that kind of contributes to their overall aesthetic and their kind of driving prowess.
Right.
Okay. I like that. It's a great insight. Talaska, Cody Buchanan. Talaska will lead. And Corey initiates here in, again, another BMW. Got the Nissan Z. Ooh, looks like we got Buchanan really cooking it out back, but Talaska, a lot more calm and composed there up front. Got the CoroWorks sticker. Shout out to Tyler. We're thinking of you, buddy. And now transitioning out of that keyhole. So some mistakes made on either side at this point. Nobody really stand out as we saw there on that first battle. And I think that speaks to where they qualified, 16th, 17th. So they're right in the middle of the pack, and they're right next to each other as far as how they expressed themselves yesterday in qualifying. So that does make sense.
Yeah, it's interesting. I thought we were going to see another pass there and see Buchanan trying to
nose in,
kind of put his foot in the door. So here we go. Talaska. Kind of a middle of the road initiation, but Buchanan right there, kind of, I don't know if it might still be slick there at the bottom of the hill from the rain earlier, but made him have a late transition to lose some ground there, but Talaska kind of gave him an opportunity to catch up as he got about 2 wheels off there, went for the pass. Corey closed the door on it, coming out of the keyhole, whipping it around. Good proximity for Buchanan as it gets through the touch and go, making a nice smooth transition, decent mimic, taking out air clip 3, and sending it back to the grid for run 2.
Yeah, are we going to have a standout here? Like I said, don't leave in the judges' hands. And I know the judges talked about it. You kind of don't want to reward slightly better driving. You kind of want it to be polarizing.
Yeah, we don't want to pick who made more mistakes.
Yeah.
The opposite.
Or who made less mistakes, right?
Yeah.
So just barely getting them. Like, this was less of the junkier runs, you know. Like, I mean, but that's not how you want to win, and that's how the judges have to poise it and kind of put it to in their hands as far as their driving ability, their driving prowess.
Yeah, because after looking at the replay there, you've seen Talaska had a couple wheels off, and then Buchanan's mistake at the initiation, so it might be tomato tomato.
Here we go, Cody Buchanan. All right. Right now we're talking about drifting. Buchanan wraps it around that first inside clip. Oh, and Talaska spins out.
Oh, no.
And now what's going to be interesting here is that should be a yellow flag, and looks like he does get out of the way, so he will continue on. But Talaska with a major mistake here. If Buchanan keeps it sideways and keeps it where the rubber meets the road, he's going to have the victory. And it looks like, yes, Cody Buchanan will be getting this victory. Unofficially, it didn't seem that Talaska impeded on anything.
I'm going to have to take a look at this because
let's run it back.
It's looking at a different part of the screen and must have just missed that. So here we go. Coming down the hill. Buchanan, a little wobble there on initiation, pouring on the smoke. Talaska, compromising line to get some more proximity, but he just snapped oversteer for sure. Yeah, he was a few feet behind him. Buchanan just going to finish out the run. Nice filament of the outer zone 2. Inner clip 2. Coming around. I don't know where Talaska must have went up the hill or out of the way.
Just went out of the way up on the horseshoe.
Yep, and that's the end of his weekend.
You as, again, just first time up here for head-to-head, what would you look at there to dictate, real quick, we'll make it official, but elaborate a little bit more on your perspective. Cody Buchanan gets the win. Corey Talaska with that mistake, but elaborate maybe a little bit more on what you were looking at to see if maybe Talaska, maybe the needle went his way. What would you assess?
Yeah, if we had 2 clean runs, it would have been, if they were similar as the first run. I think it potentially would have went one more time.
Yeah.
As far as I could tell there, but obviously that's not the way the cards fell. So
yeah, and,
here we are.
What I was looking at there on that second run with Buchanan, did he impede in Talaska? No, it was an independent spin. So that's what I was kind of getting at there.
Okay.
Is, you know, Talaska spinning out, had enough room. Buchanan didn't choke him up.
No.
It was Talaska's mistake that
Yeah, I
eventually
think
got
the
him.
car just snapped oversteered on him, and
Yep.
he maybe took the wheel out of his hand or something. But without seeing the inside, it's all speculation, right?
All right, so Cody Buchanan moves on as we move on to our next battle. Farouk Kauai, welcome back to FD. Great to see him as Enos Oil S Chastity, and he is going against Joshua Love. Josh loves drifting.
Josh does love drifting.
All right, so again, this is a spec class, so and we'll talk and elaborate a little bit more about the introduction of some technology, what's going on as far as Prospec and even Pro. I know Ryan Sage, actually no, Ryan will not be joining me. He announces qualifying with me yesterday, but I'll get one of the judges up here to wrap out. I believe Robin Sheed and I will be chatting it up. But spec class, they're all running Link Engine Management. They're all running GT radials. What size tire are they running?
255, 35 18s.
Okay. All right, so lights, the Type S lights illuminate and extinguish. There we go. Farouk Kauai qualifying 8th, Josh Love qualifying 25th. Now keep in mind, Josh Love had to go to his Q2 run in order to get a big angle from Josh Love in the chase position. You see it gripped up and shot in on the inside of that inside clip. Farouk Kauai out front got the clean air, and he's got the cleaner line. Now into that second outside zone, does come up short, allowing Josh Love to gain that proximity, and now he's putting that front wheel on the front end of Farouk Kauai. But Farouk now brings it on home, and it looks like Farouk wasn't even fazed by a little love tap, no pun intended.
I'd have to say that was Farouk's smoothest run all weekend, to be honest with you. He really stepped it up there. Really impressive. As you can see, Love's initiation here was just a little too aggressive, so it kind of bit him in the end. He had to take out the inner clip 1, but Farouk had a little wobble there too, coming back up the line. He was real smooth getting in the outer zone 1, deep enough into the zone and a smooth arc, but he kind of fell short there in outer zone 2. Love getting a little up tap, trading a little paint on either the wheel or the door, tire. Didn't matter to Farouk, he's bombing through there. That might have been an incomplete there with Love. He was about 3 tires off to the keyhole, and Love coming around, Farouk a little more shallow. So when we have 3 wheels off, that is an incomplete run for that driver. On any part of the, where the rubber doesn't meet the road.
Yeah, when you get into the dirt, when you go off, rumble strips is a safe area, especially going to outer zone 1. So rumble strip, just don't get involved in the dirt, and ideally don't tap the cone. If you know, you have to think about it, and it's the good and the bad of Long Beach. Walls don't forgive.
Yeah, you could
Cones,
do a little landscaping here. But
yeah, you could do a little ditch digging here, but again, you don't want to basically treat those cones like they are poles. So a graze wouldn't be that bad, but a big hit, you center punch it, it's going to be bad. All right, we got our NGK competition time out, and NGK spark plugs bringing us that. And spark plugs do time out, so find yourself some NGK spark plugs. And what is an NGK competition timeout? Well, Josh Love called it, and he has a 5-minute allotment once he gets hands on the car to fix it. So NGK spark plugs, ignition coils, NGK, the ignition specialist and the sensor specialist. NGK competition timeout. All right, so the comp timeout of Josh Love. We will see if Austin Matta and Eric Medici are ready to roll, and we will see how they run. So like you said, Farouk with a very smooth run. I saw him post earlier his daughter Sabine dancing around, doing a little rain dance. Maybe brought him a little bit of luck there on that first run. We'll see if the luck continues. And there's Austin Matta from Minnesota. And then we got, again, Medici here in his Subaru. First top 32 for him. Love to see how he throws down.
He's got the pop and bang tune on that thing.
Yeah, it is very loud. So Matta will lead. He qualified 9th. Eric qualifying 24th. It's really cool. A lot of these drivers actually compete on simulators when they're not here at Formula Drift. And Atlanta, it's time to put your drifting skills to the test. Head to the Sim Magic activation tent and get ready to experience the ultimate drift simulators. Our simulators offer a hyper-realistic drifting experience that will leave you feeling like a pro. Sim Magic. Here we go, Austin Matta. Eric Medici coming down the hill. Now here comes Austin. Past that front clip, and look at that, Medici kind of overshoots it. So you see 2 varying lines there, and Austin, you can see the flow as he gains that distance above him. Oh, just like I say, he gets shallow on that inside in the keyhole. Now coming out of the keyhole, Now remember, here's that touch and go, just to remind you, boom, touch and go. It's not a zone. You kind of want to hit it and quit it, but that is an inside clip. So Matta, he's got a lot of experience here in Prospec and previously Pro 2, and we've just seen him progress over the years. Gets more and more comfortable as he gets more seat time,
Yeah,
like
I feel
anybody.
Despite missing that outer zone 2 a little bit, I feel like he's got a pretty strong advantage here as they go in here. I did like Medici's initiation. I wish it would have helped him a little better than it did, but Matta putting on the gap there, and he really made a compromise there, completely missing outer zone 1, Medici was, and trying to make it up here through inner clip 2. Matta back on the throttle. Medici just kind of seemed to be struggling to keep up with Matta's pace here, and he brings it out through inner clip 3 and back up the hill. So let's take a look at it again here. Matta coming up short, almost straightening actually. So it gave Medici a little opportunity to, like I said, make up some ground here as they come out of the keyhole, but Matta's pouring out of the throttle out of those GT radial tires, and you know, as you can see, Medici just struggling to keep up pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, I think that just comes down to driving experience, shaking the nerves off. Austin has just gained more and more seat time, and getting to that caliber of driving. So, you know, here's where it gets interesting. If they have never gone against each other, you don't know the driving style. This is where a spotter really comes into hand. Hey,
Absolutely.
this is what I saw him do in practice. Expect this.
Right.
You know, and sometimes it doesn't always work out that way, but you can only tell the future by looking at the past. So taking a look at previous practice, how's Medici going to handle this? How does his spotter basically translate that to Austin to say, hey, he's going to kind of go here. He has that 2 movement, and then he goes into it.
Those guys got to make notes even when their driver's not running.
Exactly.
It's imperative.
Here we go. So Medici out front, Austin Matta in the chase position. Looks like now he hammers down here, coming down the hill. 1, 2. So you can see those 3, 2, 1 cones. And initiate no later than that 1 cone. So now it looks like Austin kind of reverses roles here. He kind of did what Medici did. And there we go. Again, that tight, shallow line here. Wow, that thing is so loud. But Matta, good proximity there. He did lose some ground, but now he's gained it back from him. And Matta, well, Medici using all of the course there.
Yeah.
Not a bad run for Eric out front. Seemed, again, more confident with that fresh air. And again, what really defines champion is the chase runs.
Yeah, I feel like it was, like you said, it was almost a mirror of the previous run, because Austin kind of took a shallow line there, but he did make way with that transition and making up ground here. He was using a little bit less angle. Both of them coming up short here. Austin really compromising the line there, and Medici also had the same short at outer zone 2, just about coming through there through the inner clip 2, and they come around. Austin's still very present. Not as much angle as Medici, however, and they're coming around. Austin really getting back in that pocket to finish out the run, and after those 2 runs, I'd have to say Austin might have the advantage here. Look at that. So he does come in hot, but with the late transition, he kind of makes up for it, reducing his angle. They're both coming up short. I think maybe they were used to the wetness that was earlier, and they didn't have an opportunity to get the drier practice runs coming up short there on outer zone 2, but they're coming around here out of the keyhole, pouring on the smoke. Medici using a lot more angle than Matta there, but I really liked the snap transition there from Austin. Beautiful.
And the replays and the different perspectives really feed into, again, here we are. I'm calling the run, and that's what we've done for so many years. But then taking a look at it from different angles, you get to see, and it opens up different cans of worms. So there's, you know, not just one can, there's multiple. So all that different perspective. One more time, and there it is. Austin Matta goes and gets the win. That is 2-1. And I assume that's Eggert with the, I'm assuming that Eggert went with it one more time. Or did you go one more time? So yeah, Brian Eggert one more time, but Chris Yule and Ryan Lantagne siding with Austin Matta, and Matta gets the win. Unfortunately for Eric Medici, he is knocked out, but Matta advances on into the 16.
That might have been one of those times where maybe Matta didn't make as many mistakes like we were talking about.
Yeah, there you go.
But it was, I felt like his runs were probably more smoother overall, despite his one bigger mistake in outer zone 2.
All right, we got the wizard here. I don't know if you've seen him yet.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy Haley, Justin Chesnutt. Excited to see this battle. Andy Haley qualifying 4th. He's having a lot of fun, making a lot of fun content, but when push comes to shove, he's been doing really well. And if you remember last year, he won that first round.
He had a perfect round.
He had a perfect round, yeah. And it was, you know, rightfully so, just seeing, you know, different glimmers of him. But this is the first time that this vehicle has been here to Atlanta.
Correct.
So, yeah, so I think it was Orlando, right, that he won? Or was it Orlando?
It was Orlando.
Yeah,
Yep.
Orlando last year. So excited to see what he does here in Atlanta. So Andy Haley, Justin Chesnutt, 969. So more BMWs for your diet. Andy Haley initiates into that first clip. Chesnutt back there a little bit as Haley. Look at that angle, really
Nice.
big angle. Is he gonna bring it out?
Oh,
Whoa,
no.
and
That's-
no,
I think that's
that,
three.
that was,
Oh,
holy cow,
no, we got a
Chesnutt
fire.
shooting flames. He's going back to the future, baby. Gonna go back in time. Huey Lewis just called. He wants his lyrics back.
Hopefully that was
that
just
touch
a
and
tire.
go. Gang of flames. I know sometimes the tire particulates can actually just catch fire because they just heat up, accumulate.
Yeah.
We've seen that. We see that a lot with Chris Forsberg. His car catches fire quite a bit, but there were some big flames there coming from Chesnutt. Look at it again, but
Yeah,
let's
I like-
count them. How many tires? It looked like 3 at
Yeah,
first
it looked
glance.
like 3 to me, but here, what I really like was Chesnutt didn't compromise his line. He was mimicking, but just a little farther back he wanted to. He kind of threw more angle in there to keep the car from going off trail, but Haley threw horn on the angle there. Just wasn't enough to slow him down there, so I think that was 3. I could tell better at the live footage, but Chesnutt, he's still hitting on his lines, whilst on fire, mind you, and Haley still finishing out the course despite his infraction there, if you will, and Chesnutt back there with him, so.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire?
It's not chestnuts.
I know,
There's
it's chestnuts.
chest.
There's no, yeah.
So it's a game.
His last name is Chesnutt, so he's on an open fire. So there we are
I
looking
think
at
that was just on
Haley.
the paint.
I think we got to run it back. I know the judges are looking
fire.
at it because what happens here basically is 3 tires off. That
3
would be
tires off. That's
unchaseable run.
Not in. Yeah.
Well, essentially.
An incomplete.
Yes, an incomplete. But since we're going from judging, solo runs to going over here to head to head, so you would therefore dictate that it would be, hey. do I
So
call
like,
him
let's
into
say
the dirt?
if Chesnutt was behind him in that pocket, he would probably have just as many tires, if not more.
Right.
So it'll be really interesting to see.
Look at Joey just.
Yeah, look at that. That, I don't know what that looked more than a tire fire. But
yeah, that is.
look, they got the crew up there handling the hot situation.
All right, looks like. Was that Joey outside of the car taking a look? Or no, it's his crew there. Looks like they're going to
that's
tow it up.
Atlanta's crew.
Yep. All right. All right, so as we figure out what's going on here, this is how things are shaping up. You see Hobson, Buchanan, Matta moving on. We will revisit Love and Kauai as we come back, and obviously Justin Chesnutt and Andy Haley, second half of that battle. Where there's smoke, there's fire, but not ideally.
You don't say.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Round 1 of Link Engine Management Prospec Championship here at Road Atlanta. At a brand new Medici unit all the way through, just throws a lovely early transition.
Made in Japan. Breed.
Passionate about a life in racing? Circle track, drag racing, drifting, or Monster Jam. Find it all at the University of Northwestern Ohio.
If you want to get everything you need to know about Monster Jam, about motorsports, you got to go to UNOH.
It's been the best opportunity I've ever taken. I've gotten so many opportunities, so many different connections.
It builds every basic skill that you need to be able to work in racing and get your foot in the door.
See where your future can take you with a high-performance motorsports degree from the University of Northwestern Ohio.
TNT Radio. Experience ultra high performance.
Oh man, look at this beautiful sight here. Thanks for those that skipped school or skipped work, a little casual Friday. This party started yesterday, if you can remember, because we had a heck of a lot of qualifying, both pro and pro spec. And now today we got pro spec round 1. Tomorrow is round 2. And in just 2 short weeks, we're being O-Town, baby. Liquid Dreams going down over there. And we're talking about Orlando Speed World for round 2, the Formula Drift Pro Championship. Let's go back to the Farouk and Love battle. Farouk Kauai in the chase position. Love, he did call that competition time out. So we'll see if Love is 100%. Farouk had a really good lead run. Love needs to step it up. He needs to have a solid run. Farouk, just temper the flame a little bit, dial it back, and might have that victory. Love kind of was there and back. He rubbed him a little bit in the keyhole, but Farouk was not phased at all.
Yeah, it was super impressive coming from Farouk.
Yeah, it was great, and we've seen some great things from Farouk over the years. Glad to see him back. I know his wife and daughter are watching back home in the Bay Area. Here we go. Josh Love throws it in big, nasty entry there from Josh Love. Josh Love's drifting into that touch and go now to the outside zone 1. Farouk, this is what I was talking about. Is this kicking back too much? As Josh Love is putting on a clinic. This is a great qualifying run. Keeping in mind, you know that Josh Love did have to go to Q2 for his second run, but he had a really powerful Q2 run. So he got the #1 spot out of the bottom 8 that had to re-rack. But Josh Love, very capable driver. He put down a heck of a run right out front. So
yeah,
I'd love to see him side by side.
Yeah, it was super commendable because I was just thinking about his chase run in the keyhole though. So I don't know if that's going to be a deficit enough or not to sway the decision here. But Farouk kind of initiated a little too early there, and Josh kind of gave him a little opportunity. Kind of slowed down there with angle and interclip 1, but as he coming to outer zone 2, he filled it up real nice there. Coming out of it a little early. Farouk seen that opportunity. He's present and coming around out of the keyhole and kind of had a lazy chase coming out of there, and he's just kind of leaving him in the smoke trail. Farouk, he might have been a little too conservative on this one, in my opinion.
Right,
so,
yeah.
As you can see, he initiated at the 2, and Love was at like the 1.5. He's kind of slow to pick him on the throttle, Love was, but Farouk, since he initiated so early, he just couldn't make up that ground. So here we go, Love making it through that outer zone 2. Farouk just trying to pour on the pressure there, but just couldn't close the door as Love just blast past him in the touch and go. Farouk, he's in frame. He's just, I don't know if he's in contention.
Conservative is the right word that in my mind, what you said. When he initiated, the distance between Love and Farouk stayed consistent, but it was just that. But let's take a look at it. And they're saying Farouk Kauai. So
without talking to them, I think the deficit was Love's chase coming out of the keyhole without looking at some footage. Yeah, getting the A-firm for Buell here. So he was 3 off. So I guess we was at a more disadvantage than we originally thought, which is fine that we didn't know that, so we could
again
analyze it.
All the different angles.
Yeah.
And that's why at first glance I'll admit it, I've been wrong before at first glance. I look back, I'm like, oh yeah, there it is, and that's why instant replays.
Is that a drift pun?
No, it's all good.
All the angles.
I'm full of puns. Okay. All right. So Farouk gets the win and will advance on. So Josh Love is knocked down. Sam Maghmoumi, Jack Davis.
Should be in a BMW.
Oklahoma, Beirut. Yeah, there are a gang of BMWs in the mix. Some new, some old, but a variety of them. And what do you contribute a lot of BMWs, especially in Prospec?
Well, I think they're obtainable if you want to buy like a shell or a roller. They're cheap cars. The parts are everywhere for them, whether you get WiseFab, SLR, Whathead, Parts Shop Max. All those companies make angle kits for them. Whatever you choose is more of a preference at this point, just like S chassis are. And then if you're at this level, you're not going to, well, Sam Maghmoumi actually has a BMW engine in there.
Yeah.
But most guys, besides him and Essay, I think, transplant whether it's an LS or a JZ.
Yeah.
And go from there. They go with what they prefer. Like, even if I had a different chassis, I'd probably go with an engine that I know more.
Yep.
And that's serviceable.
You know the heart. You're a heart doctor. You're a heart doctor.
Oh.
Whatever chassis we got. All right, here we go. Back to the action. And again, taking a look at Davis and Maghmoumi. Davis, Deechworks. Oh, and Maghmoumi gets into the dirt.
Understeer disaster.
Yeah, that was, again, very unfortunate. as Jack Davis, that Beachworks BMW E36. Maghmoumi at a deficit here. Very unfortunate for him, but had some words, was exchanging some things last night with Jack Davis. And again, Beachworks BMW E36, but Maghmoumi right out of the gate gets in the kitty litter.
So Jack had a little wibble wobble initiation there. I don't know if that threw Sam off at all, but he's had a smooth initiation until the car looked like it gripped up and just understeered. Got a little taste of the kitty litter there. Jack laying down a nice little lead run here as Maghmoumi almost stays in frame there. And Jack coming around here in interclip too, keeping the show alive here. Maghmoumi making a presence there. Jack doing a good job here, not looking back, making a good lead line here, and he heads it up a hill. So again, Maghmoumi is going to have to really shine us on here, and Jack's going to have to just keep the pressure, keep the presence, and he'll be in the top 16.
Yeah, Jack Davis did what he needed to do, and unfortunately Maghmoumi, maybe a little bit of nerves, being in that chase position, coming down this iconic hill. I mean, so many drivers, again, utilizing sims prior to here. They come, you know, they race it, they've watched it. Maybe the first time even being here. I know a lot of drivers, hey, I've never been here before, I'm about to run it.
I think there's only like not even a handful of drivers that have been here.
Right, yeah. In Prospec. Oh, what's on
restart?
Is that Jack?
No. Did you not
see
see
a
it?
restart or?
We got that.
Yeah, that's a, did Sam miss it? Yeah, that's a yellow. Shut her down, there we go.
He jumped the light, or what are we talking?
All right.
Oh, he was sleeping.
Okay, so yeah, so rules.
All right,
break it
so there's 5 lights, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They light up. As soon as they extinguish, you have 2 seconds or a count of 2 until you can take off. Well, you go beyond that window, we got to restart because the chase car's got to anticipate, you know, some movement at that point. Most guys jump it before the lights extinguish, so this is a little bit rare, but maybe he was just tranced.
Nerves.
Yeah,
trance. You're like, oh yeah, I gotta go. Asleep. You know, and the reason that is so the chase car can actually leave before the lights extinguish.
Right.
Just for clarification.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No, because you're not setting yourself up for success. And that start chicane has been created so we don't have a drag race from the start.
Correct.
The lead car can only lead till they extinguish. Obviously, within that 2 seconds, the kind of 1, 2, go.
Yeah.
And that reason being is if you ice the other driver, it's just like stick and ball or, you know, football, you ice somebody. You call a timeout right before they're kicking a thing, that's icing somebody.
Right, and there's times where, because it's so rare that the guys are sleeping there, that I'll catch myself off guard. I was like, oh, but it is what it is, you know.
Well, Max is
That's
on
Max's first restart, by the way.
Yep, there you go. All right, so Sam Maghmoumi coming down the hill. Talking about Jack Davis, Beachworks. Now into that first inside clip. Sam, you saw that angle. Holy cow.
That's 2 deficits.
So this is going to be interesting here. I want to see how Maghmoumi handled it. We got yellow flag, so he has to shut it down because
safety.
He is, as he goes back counter course. Want to make sure he doesn't hit.
Yeah.
So you said 2 deficits. What was the?
A deficit on each side.
Yeah. Yeah, in the chase position. So this is where it gets interesting because we did see Jack complete and Maghmoumi, but
yeah, that will be interesting because in the meeting if there's a yellow flag out, we got to shut down the lead run for safety first and foremost, and so it'll be interesting how the judges approach this.
Well, also I want to see the replay and see did Sam. So this is where if the lead car impedes on the chase car, not saying that he did, but watch how much angle Sam has here. So he's got wide swing,
pretty late away from the inner clip. Yeah, it was independent. It was just like a couple runs earlier. Who was that? It wasn't an impediment, and it was
Talaska. But what I'm saying here is, did Maghmoumi check up too much? See that little correction there?
Yeah.
Is that impeding? Is he?
It's hard to see. I don't think I couldn't see with the smoke on the rear wheels if they were lit or not, because we do have those markers on the wheels to kind of ascertain whether the wheels are, if they're on the handbrake or on the throttle.
All right, we get the track settled here. The BC Racing custom coilovers go for gold. BC Racing, the official suspension of Formula Drift.
A whole lot of chatter going on in front of us.
Again, lead versus lead, chase versus chase. And
we got a partial lead.
Yeah, partial lead, full lead. Both chase drivers had mistakes, or when they were in chase position, they both had mistakes.
Yeah, it's one of those moments where being a judge is tough.
All right, Maghmoumi. Again, just with I would say just kind of inadequate information.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. So take a look at it again here. Nice
Okay.
here for the play.
So Jack.
Jack was lifting. Do you see how he was just straight in that momentum zone?
Because maybe he made that late transition because he was in such a late transition in the lead.
Yeah, I think he just looped it. All right, slide him left for Jack, slide him right for Maghmoumi, and it looks like there it is. So Jack and Sam are going at it again. It's a one more time.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think just not enough information in order to deduce a clear winner.
Yeah, let's reset and do it again without the oops.
Yeah. Remember, we have the Andy Hately-Justin Chesnutt battle that we still will revisit. I see both the vehicles up there. Talking to a Chesnutt spotter, thinks that a little overfill on the fuel, and just poof, just
I
gone.
see.
Yeah,
it did look like a fuel fire.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just too. It was too like flash. It's like a flashbang.
And luckily, that was all it was.
Yep. Still clean up the track here. Down in that first turn. So we are going to go back to Andrew Hately and Mr. Chesnutt. You can see them right there on that closer side of the track. The After Hours Autosports BMW. Four drivers already in the top 16 that are moving on and locked in. We do have our halftime break, so an opportunity to go maybe grab a Rockstar energy drink down there, grab a Lean Customs pin, go by the Fun Haver booth, go by Chris Forsberg's area. He's got the all-new Z with Nismo parts on it. Got a variety of things to do down there. Got a bunch of games, and actually myself and Larry Chen are going to be at the FD podium interviewing some drivers right after top 32. So come myself, Larry Chen, and surprise guests over at the FD podium, which is top of the hill. That's right after top 32 Pro tomorrow. Okay, so again, FD podium tomorrow. Myself, world famous photographer Larry Chen, and I are talking all things K&N and intake. So here's the second half of this battle. This is the battle of sunglasses, bro. Andy Hately, Justin Chesnutt. What are you a black frame guy? Are you a gold mirrored frame guy?
Yeah, black frame. Keep
Whatever.
it simple. Yeah.
Keep it simple. Classic. All right. Second half of this battle. Chesnutt will now lead. He caught fire there on that first one. Andy Hately, if you can recall, he had those 3 tires off.
Yeah.
So
okay.
that's a huge deficit right now.
Yeah. So Chesnutt just got it. Like I say, when I'm in the line doing a competition, just drive the car, man. Just drive the car.
Yep. Don't do anything. You don't need to go for extra credit. You don't need to stay after class. You know. Just do what you got to do. Just drive the car. That's some great advice there. All right, Chesnutt rolling out of it. 3, 2, 1, initiate. Kind of slow roll into that initiation.
Yeah, it might still be wet up there. I'm not sure.
Allowing Hately. See him shimming their way from zone 1 to 2, and there goes Hately again. Oh, and Chesnutt spins.
I was focused on Hately. I didn't even see what happened there.
So both of them having some difficulty going to 1 to 2. That was wild.
I took a bite out of that BC Racing outer zone cone there. So I'm kind of overhearing something there. Someone did something first, so there's 2 incompletions.
Yeah, that seemed independent. It seemed that Andy was going off, and then Joey kind of went deeper, and then he went off. Oh, and Chesnutt, frustration sets in.
So we're getting some of the clay dust up here.
Yeah. All right, so just like that, getting it cleaned up. Looks like Chesnutt shut her down. He'll get towed back. Looks like we're going to analyze different angles here. We'll analyze the footage, or the judges will, and we'll find out what happens here. Two kind of independent runs. Was it somebody's fault? We'll find out. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, more here at Road Atlanta, round 1 of the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship.
Just dropped, thinking about you. Just stops when I'm without you. My heart just dropped, thinking about you.
Hey guys, Jeff Jones here.
I'm Dylan Hughes.
I'm Travis Reeder.
I'm Ken Gushin.
I'm Matt Field. I drive Link. They are the most reliable EC around, and they always deliver. Their global tech support gives me the advice I need every time I need it.
Their products are super easy to install and easy to set up for the performance that I want.
They stand behind their products and support their customers.
They're always innovating and delivering great new products and performance features.
I drive
Link.
All right, so we're taking another look here at Chesnutt and Haley here. Coming through outer zone 1, Chesnutt's bringing it around here. You see Haley getting 3 wheels off before Chesnutt, so that's going to be a double infraction for Haley. So that's how they're going to score it here.
Slide them left for Haley or right for Chesnutt, and Chesnutt gets the win. As you said, the double mistake, just you can't deny it.
A split second before, like it is splitting hairs, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, and you saw how frustrated Chesnutt was. I don't know if it's because maybe car issue or what happened. I think he was frustrated himself for spinning.
Yeah.
But I think he's like, oh shoot, I'm spinning, you're spinning. Oh, we're all spinning.
He didn't know at that point that Haley was 3 wheels off, so
right.
He probably thought that he spun because he was, but in fact he had the infraction before him. So advantage Chesnutt.
Well, the drift wizard Andy Haley is unfortunately knocked out, so no sorcery could get him that victory, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but
the wizard is not pleased.
Yeah, old Justin Chesnutt here, catching on fire in more ways than one, both on the track and off the track. There you go, little stars and stripes hanging out.
Yeah, he did have to get pulled off, so he's got time before top 16 to get his car sorted.
Yeah, and that's kind of a blessing here. If you do have an issue figured out now, you do have some time. So, sorry. Jack Davis, Sam Maghmoumi. Nope. First, Connor O'Sullivan and Casey Kohl. Connor O'Sullivan, O'Sully from Fairfield, Connecticut. Casey Kohl, Denver, Colorado. O'Sullivan and Kohl pulling up to the line. Kohl in the M-Spec S chassis. Look at that, BMW and S chassis.
I've color me shocked, Jared.
Yeah, it's so many. But like you said, the aftermarket has really doubled down on getting parts for many different chassis and manufacturers and everything. So let's see what we got here. O'Sullivan coming down the hill. Kohl giving him chase. Sun's out, guns out. Of course, he's definitely drying out. O'Sullivan, the RTS BMW coming back up the hill. See a quick little correction. You see that shimming into outside zone 1. Gets outside zone 2. Kohl, oh, big correction there from Kohl. Kohl straightens out. He does reinitiate, but that is going to hurt him. Kohl shutting it down here. That M-Spec performance.
Wow. Got to give it to O'Sullivan here. That's probably one of his best runs of the weekend. He really stepped it up there.
Really well done there from O'Sullivan.
Let's take another look here. I really like the initiation. Kohl made up some ground here as O'Sullivan brings it around here. I thought he was going to get close to that kill leader, but he keeps it together. Gains some ground here, past the touch and go, getting through outer zone 1. O'Sullivan, a little shallow angle there, filling out over zone 2. Kohl, I thought he was going to go for the pass there for a second, but it looked like his car understeered, gripped up, and said, not today. But also, Jared, want to note that he was, after that crash in practice that wasn't broadcasted, he's been having steering issues, and he was telling me earlier today, he brings his car at full lock, he's got to like get a little stab of the handbrake to bring it out of, it's over centering. So he's really got to drive through that, and it looks like he couldn't make it happen in that instance, so it's unfortunate.
Some great insight there. Thank you, Matt. Here we go. Casey Kohl will now lead, and that's where it gets precarious for Connor O'Sullivan when he's in the chase position. If you get a straighten like that, you can't go anywhere, so you kind of want to back off a little bit, you know?
Yeah, you know, he's at such an advantage here that he's just got to be present. So you got to find that balance, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, a lot of action going on, spinning out things, straightening out, going uphill. You know, you got to think about spec tire. Do they have enough tire to get up there? You know, a lot of these cars, I mean, shoot, the young Buchanan are like 450 horsepower or something like that. So
yeah, it's a very factory car when you take a closer look at it.
So here goes Casey Kohl. We're talking about O'Sullivan. Does he back off at all? Well, Mike, as you said earlier, see? To my point, exactly. See, to come out of that, you'd have to stab it, and he didn't have enough.
Yeah.
It didn't have enough.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because he was so pumped. He's probably one of those guys where he's following that. My motto is victory loves preparation, and he's been prepping his car for weeks, and he said it was so dialed, and then his first lap out there, it got ruined. Like he just tossed it up and threw it away, and he had to start over with less than stellar chassis. Or not a less than stellar chassis, but just a less than stellar setup to get through the weekend. And unfortunately, that's just the way the cards fall. So
yeah, it's just abused. You know, you run it through its paces, you get some bad luck, and sometimes they say, you know, it's better to have good luck than be good. So
yeah, we'll see how Casey's got a pretty straight initiation here, getting nice and wide, very good throttle usage through the inner clip, going nice and close to the touch and go. Doesn't have to get close there. Didn't get as close to the outer zone 1. Blinks in here, he's at full lock, and you can kind of see the tires either snap back and just would not come back around for him. He's got to pull angle out of the car to get past that inner clip 2. O'Sullivan avoiding another collision here, so good job on him for doing that, and he'll be on his way to the top 16 later today.
Let's make it official. Unfortunately for Kohl, he's going to be knocked out because they are sliding all left for Connor O'Sullivan, making his way into top 16. Congratulations, Connor O'Sullivan, into the Royal Purple. Top 16.
Yeah,
Tow Truck's getting some workouts today, man.
Yeah, there's a chance he might have lost power steering or something there that's making it immobile. Tie rod, who knows?
Again, thank you so much for joining us out here, either online or in the building. Round 1 of the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship.
See our boy Michael kicking the tire. That's usually a sign that a tie rod might be disconnected from the rack. Trying to get it on the.
All right, so.
Truck.
Yeah, some hard-working staff here between both the track and our internal Formula Drift track workers. Thank you, guys and gals. Also, got a chance to catch up with Alex Martini, Torque Motorsports. Let's caught up with Mr. Martini.
All right, Jared, which Fast and Furious movie was peak?
Fast and Furious.
The first one? the fourth one?
The conundrum, I was going to say, here's my love-hate relationship with Fast and Furious. I'm definitely going to get hated on here. We lived that. I'll be 45, dude. So They made the movie about what we were doing.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, Dom's based off of Step Papadakis, right?
Really?
Yeah. Bald head, not big, tiny guy. But no, all joking aside, for me, I have a love-hate relationship with Fast and Furious because they made the movie about what we were doing, and like anything, when they make a silver screen rendition, it doesn't have the exact sentence feel. It's just kind of corny.
Yeah.
You know, like dope. Troy Lee did the graphics, but they're just kind of like, it's like when you order like a dope JDM import car on Wish, sometimes you get those Fast and Furious cars. Road to the championship.
I've won the championship twice now. I think we can do it again.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Your winner at round one. Look at Osmo. He's a magician. Here we go. Rain or shine, these guys are down for a good time. You can't count anybody out.
Everybody's really pushing the envelope. One mistake and that's it.
Oh my goodness.
What did I do wrong? I don't get it.
So it's all about attrition here in St. Louis. We're in the playoffs, man. We are fighting for it tooth and nail. And Osmo goes hard. Matt Field, the guy to beat.
We got 20 seconds to shine. We can't make any mistakes. If you do, you're out.
It's going to be coming down to Irwindale, kids.
Is Matt feeling the pressure? Absolutely.
The championship is on the line. Ryan Turk, he says, hold that rock star, homeboy. Let me show you something. Matt Field is out. Huge repercussions here. Your winner, Frederick the Norwegian Hammer Osmo! What an amazing ending to a 2022 season.
Link ECU. We know what it takes to win. Pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
One bottle, so many great things. When your engine reaches 75,000 miles or more, like on this truck, years of carbon buildup leads to reduced fuel economy, increased wear, poor acceleration, and higher emissions. Max Restore is specifically designed for high-mileage engines with quality PEA and proprietary detergents to remove those stubborn legacy deposits. And it includes a friction modifier to reduce future wear in the upper cylinder of your vehicle's engine. Restore performance and protect your high-mileage engine with Row Purple Max Restore.
I watched my first race yesterday.
You're on the team, kid. It's orientation day.
Welcome back here, beautiful backdrop where the tarmac of Road Atlanta meets the red clay dirt of Brazelton, Georgia. Thank you so much for joining us out here, round one of the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship. This place is going to be, from what Ryan Sage has told me, co-founder and president of Formula Drift, the largest Atlanta event ever tomorrow. So that is going off of ticket sales and pre-sales. So exciting events both today and tomorrow night. So be sure, same bat time, same bat channel. All right, who are we looking at here?
Maghmoumi and Davis.
All right, Maghmoumi and Davis. This is the one more time battle. The Deechworks BMW E36, a lot more posture. You see how dialed that was. Maghmoumi way back there. He's in a different area code right now. But Jack, he did forego that second outside zone. He didn't get all the way out there. And Maghmoumi barely, you really have to pan out to get him in shot.
Yeah.
But Jack Davis, that Deechworks vehicle,
I'm sure he was active in the cabin of that car, but that might have been close to an inactive chase. That's not up to me, but that's just what it looked like there. Like you said, they had the pan out pretty wide. I think it all started with Maghmoumi's initiation. It was just a little too spicy. He had to scrub a lot of speed here. Jack having a real good, smooth transition, getting through the nice proximity there. Maghmoumi just scrubbing too much speed, too much angle there. Gets out of frame there. Jack a little shy with outer zone 1 and 2, bringing it around. Maghmoumi back in frame here, trying to salvage the situation here as he comes back around. Davis not too close to that clip. Maghmoumi, same kind of story. He's following the same line, but he's taking him to Applebee's. Almost a whole franchise of them.
Yeah,
to be honest.
That's a strip mall of Applebee's right there.
So we'll see what
TGIFD.
You lost me.
Thank goodness it's Formula Drift. TGI Fridays, dude. We're talking about whatever.
Capel.
Yep, my pleasure, like Chick-fil-A. All right, here we go. Sam Maghmoumi out.
Oh, is that a restart?
Yep.
Like he might have jumped it this time. He'll find the balance.
Yep. All right, so Sam looks like gonna jump in the light. So again, that could be contributed to nerves.
Yep. That's not like a drag light where you leave on yellow before the green.
Right, no. Yeah, line lock.
Right.
Yeah, I'd love to, we'll elaborate about it a little bit and see what kind of different techniques you've seen on the start.
Oh, for sure.
Sam Maghmoumi out front, Jack Davis in the chase position. Sam, go ahead. Let's see what we got. 3, 2, 1. Initiates about the 2 cone. Jack Davis. Again, we talk about the inactive chase. Not the case here. I think could definitely be closer, but playing it safe. Sam, good big angle there. That was really nice from Sam. Jack just kind of lurking in the shadows. And now brings it on through. So Sam knew he needed to throw it down.
And I feel like he did for the most part. Using all the angle that BMW.
Yep.
And Jack was definitely a lot more present in his chase. I felt he had a little wobble or a grip up coming out of the keyhole, so we'll take another look here if possible and kind of spot it out.
Break down the run here for us, Sopa.
Here we go, coming down the hill. Sam, he's been throwing a whole bunch of angle here all weekend. Nice straight up handbrake entry, bringing in there close to the inner clip 1. Jack still present there, mimicking his transition real nice there. Sam deep into the outer zone 1, getting close to outer zone 2. Jack super present there, not quite matching his angles. They come around inner clip 2, bringing it around. Let's see here, Jack kind of get lost in the smoke. There's the correction. That is potentially an incomplete there from Jack. Truly unfortunate there, because I felt like the needle was wavering towards his way, but Sam put an excellent lead run there. So come take a look at this other angle here, coming down the hill. Here we go, nice straight handbrake, touching the rumble strips, getting close to the inner clip 1 like before in the other angle. Here we go, Jack still present, coming around, little left foot brake there, setting himself up for that outer zone 2, touching the paint that's still there on outer zone 2, and coming around there, full angle. Look at that, oh, let's do a little slow-mo shot. Let's speed up the frame rates here as we get through. And Jack, I think they were trying to get Jack straight in there for the judges potentially, so they're probably gonna have to ascertain that if he came full, or if it wasn't close to 3 wheels off. But here we go.
There we go. So it doesn't look like that is a big deciding factor here. Jack Davis gets the win. Fortunately, Sam is knocked out. Jack Davis, Beachworks gets the win and advances on. Jack Davis will be going against Justin Chesnutt. All right, Kohl Richards, Dustin Miles. That's who we're seeing here. Kohl Richards met this young man yesterday, talked to him and his family. 19 years old, Naples, Florida. Dustin Miles, we've seen him. You know him, you love him.
Styles for miles.
Yep, styles for miles. So really equally matched according to the horsepower here. That LS supercharged Scion FRS. Dustin Miles, and that S chassis.
Yeah, we were talking to Miles earlier this morning. He was hoping to have his 2J ready for this chassis, but with lead times and stuff, he's still running the 1J.
Okay. Nice. Here we go. Kohl Richards, Dustin Miles. Kohl Richards initiates. Kohl qualifying 12th. Dustin Miles qualifying 21st. Big angle there. Kohl Nice job, big angle there, coming into the second outside zone. Falls a little bit short on the second outside zone, but tightens it up to that second inside clip. Look at the fluidity, really good fluidity from the horseshoe, the keyhole, out to that touch and go, and then into that inside clip.
Yeah, I think Miles got a little caught up in the smoke there on the later half of the battle coming down the hill. I really liked his aggressive approach here on initiation. Look at Miles, just right there with him, initiating perfectly. Right in that pocket, comes a little, could have transitioned a little sooner there, anticipating it, but also Richards was kind of in a really awkward spot there, kind of transitioning late, and that touch and go coming up short in outer zone 2. Miles trying to make up the difference here, just couldn't reel him in. Get caught in that GT radial smoke as they come around the touch and go, and Miles just, you know, maybe that 1J just wasn't the train that could.
Right. Like you said, just kind of, you're seeing the horsepower battle, what's going on here, run what you brung kind of attitude.
Yeah, horsepower and just not being able to see.
Yeah. Okay. Alternate the order here. Dustin Miles, like I said, qualifying 21st. Kohl Richards qualifying 12th. Sending second run of this battle. Dustin Miles will be out front. Kohl Richards came here a couple years ago with his mom and says, I'm gonna be out there someday.
Yeah,
and here he is. That's awesome.
Amazing.
Here we go. Dustin Miles out front. Initiates. Yank of the handbrake, but Kohl Richards applying the pressure. Good job from him. Dustin Miles, look at Kohl, really aggressive into that second outside zone. Look at that posture. Man, that's looking like a pro battle, the most aggressive chase run we've seen so far. Kohl Richards, that choreo works.
Oh, no.
The FRS comes out of angle. Man. And that's where it could bite you, but some great driving there from Kohl in that chase position.
That was a beauty.
Wow.
I'd like to see what happened there in the keyhole. Let's check it out. Miles, pretty milquetoast initiation here, but look at Richards here, just anticipating the transition beautifully. Coming up the hill, like you said, pro level, right in that pocket. Got a little close there, but Miles, that's a decel zone. That's okay. We're getting deep into outer zone 2, getting through inner clip 2. Nice. Anticipating that, but what happened? Maybe the car got upset there coming out of the keyhole, and it gripped up. End of story, unfortunately, for Richards.
You know, that won't do that again.
Nope.
Or he might.
Not today.
Like, I mean, just with so many drivers and driving, you know, that's something that's very unfortunate. I love the aggressive nature.
Yeah,
you
just
can
give
see
him the
his
old
car
bump. He's like, hey, I'm back here. You
Looked
know,
like that front left GT was rubbing into his door.
good
like
stuff
said,
there. Like, I
upset.
love the anticipation. Every single transition Richards had, anticipating it, but then, man, that's upsetting.
Just coming out of angle is Kohl. Yeah. How does that play a role into what we just saw transpire?
So we got the momentum zone, and you saw how close Richards got in outer zone 1, getting through to outer zone 2, and that's where he got the proximity there, just giving the old bump, coming around inner clip 2, and I'd like to talk to him to see what happened there. Look at this handsome fella. Sean or Adriano, our driver steward, gets the replays for the judges.
Slide him left for Richards or right for Miles. And unfortunately, that correction by Kohl Richards was, I mean, up until that point, I think the needle was going his way, but unfortunately with that big correction, there's Ravi Nishida, one of our judges the entirety of the season, but currently as driver steward. So Dustin Miles.
Deep in thought.
Dustin Miles will move on into 16.
No, we scared him, and he's going to go in hiding.
Formula Drift gear available down in the pits in the paddock, and also FormulaD.com. Pick up your official Formula Drift merchandise and also your Type S products here in the building. Available now, celebrating 20 years of Formula Drift. Go to the Formula Drift merchandise booth. To get it now, or go to FormulaD.com. And there is the merch booth up top. Got one down at the bottom too, so go on by, pick up your official Formula Drift gear, pick up your Type S goods. You are going to have some halftime. ShopFD.com. So we're halfway through our top 32, presented by GT Radio, the official tire of the Formula Drift Prospec Championship. We got Nate Chen qualified second. Zach Farrar, great looking car, showing up here. He's kind of taken a couple times in the kitty litter. So been knocking off some bumpers and some side skirts.
That's when you know that's how far you got to go. Let's crank it back a notch.
Yeah, dial it back. But Nate Chen has been looking the smoothest I've seen him drive in the entirety of his career in FD.
Yeah, like I said, when it was wet out here, it didn't even phase him. It seemed it was good to see because by the time they got out here to practice, it was already drying up in the keyhole, and patchy conditions aren't the most favorite for these drivers.
Yep. Here we go, Nate Chen out front again, qualifying second. Zach Farrar qualifying 31st. Good flick of that vehicle. The 86 of Nate Chen. Now past that touch and go. Again, just very fluid. Oh, Zach Farrar comes in hot. You saw that snap into that second outside zone. But the fluidity of Chen back down the hill. And in that final clip, I'm telling you, he's...
Oh,
boy.
That was before the finish, Jared.
Yeah, Farrar.
I was feeling really good there. I was about to say something, and then he pulls that on me.
That's what you call the announcer's curse.
Oh, nuts.
Yep.
Right, there we go. Coming back down the hill, Nate, very aggressive initiation. I think it was just a bit too spicy as he blew out that interclip one, and Zach compromising his chase there. But I think it was worth it as he comes up the hill throughout his own one. Nate is not as deep. He had to make a big correction here. That is a momentum zone, and he comes back around Zach, keeping his presence on his door in that pocket, staying in there. Little delay in the mimic of the transition there. Nate bringing it back through the touch and go, and coming back around. Nice snappy transition. He goes up the hill. Zach, abandoned ship. And so now I think he's at a deficit. Oh, look at that.
Ooh, yeah, definitely.
Sweepers
definitely
out,
blasted.
okay.
Yeah, Farrar brought a lot of debris to the party. All right, sweeper will be coming out. So taking a look at the schedule, local time just before 5 o'clock, top 32. Obviously, we'll go until we find out who's in the 16. But then we'll have a halftime break, and we are back here for top 16 driver introductions, opening ceremonies at 7:30. 7:30. All right, so we are cleaning up the course right now with Zach Farrar getting into the dirt. Matt. So, Sopa, I said we're going to bring it up, but does anybody have any particular kind of things that stand out to you up on the start line? Because normally, again, and you'll be back up there for pro, but does anybody have any maybe things to throw off other drivers or attitude? I know, like, Vaughn used to do kind of the staggered start at one point.
Yeah, it's not so much like where they put their cars or anything, but it's their rituals.
Okay.
That very, like, Ryan Turk, for example, he'll get up there, and when he wore glasses, he would like adjust them and he would shake his helmet. And I was really confused because I'd give him the thumbs up. He would give me the thumbs up, but he would shake his head no. So I was like, what's going on here?
So anybody else? Any other, like you say, rituals, driving rituals?
Yeah, they're usually stone cold up there, but I've learned over the years that they like me to take the edge off for them when I can. You got to kind of feel them out. It's taken years to figure that out.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see. So look at Zach here just blasting off and spray painting that Georgia mud all over that wall.
Yeah, Jacob of Outer Zone, if you haven't listened to the Formula Drift podcast, he's doing a great job getting some insights, some lengthy interviews, and wrapping out with them. So please, I encourage you to download the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, listen to it, and some great stories, some good storytelling. And again, most recently I listened to Stookies, which I really enjoyed, and they were talking about snowboarding and other random things. So I always love those kind of anecdotes and just cutting into more of the DNA of that driver. And as you were saying earlier, Sopa, what kind of cuts into that attitude and that prowess of either marketing, how the vehicle looks, how they react, what wheel choice, why the colors, all that kind of cuts into their depiction and their character and their persona, both on the track, off the track, what they listen to, what's going on. And those are the kind of things that I always really enjoy and feed off of, because it's just an external, obviously getting into that character and that personality.
So I got some insight here from our judge Ryan Longtain that Nate, on his run-up, washed out, and they are considering that an incomplete.
Wow.
So that means that the run's over, and everything after that is a moot point. So I think Zach's got new life here, and so Nate's gonna have to do something special to pull out of his hat.
All right, so Nate with the deficit here, again, washing out, throwing off Zach Farrar. So that is definitely a problem. The Shinchoku S chassis, like you said, has new life. Some of the drivers join us up here. Farouk, congratulations, buddy. He's in the mix. All right, here we go. Zach Farrar, Nate Chen, second run here. Big, nasty flick in front of Chen. Now into that inside clip. Ooh, hits it with that front right wheel. Chen, bit of a weird snap there into that first outside zone. Farrar, way shallow, and Farrar, whoa! Did he hold on to that too long, man? That's let's roll that tape back. Farrar, you saw him go outside zone 2 into inside clip 2. Did he throw up what I would call, you know, kind of a roadblock?
Yeah, it's not quite a park. It's more of like a
failure to launch.
Failure to launch. I mean, he was launching. He just kind of stalled it. So look at here. I really like Zach's initiative there. Look at that, but it just came up a little short. He could have done it a little later. Could have done it with a little more speed. He's pretty smooth up the hill here, but just not enough angle. Nate is present. He's at a deficit. I think he should have been a little more aggressive here if he kept that in mind. But yeah, Zach kind of had a weird angle coming through inner clip 2 and bringing it back around. Nate did his best. He did a really good job there, actually, mimicking there and keeping it alive with the run. So we'll have to see what happens. Look at all that angle coming from the chassis. And he took out our cone there. There was 2 wheels off that I could see. So not incomplete as far as I know. That's nothing official. So he's coming up short in outer zone 2, bringing it around. He adds more angle to it, which is probably, I don't know if you wanted to do that or not, but you don't want to do that there because you're not going to set yourself up coming around through inner clip 2 as he comes back around, snaps it back here. Nate kind of delaying in the transition to the mimic here, and then go back up the hill. So here we go. We're looking at that deficit that Nate had in the first run. So let's take a look here. Almost the same initiation as Farrar, and he washed out, and yeah, there it is. You see the wheels straighten out, and they're deeming that as an incomplete.
That is a huge shock to the system there for Nate Chen.
Yeah.
And that's again, at first glance.
But will that deficit of Farrar's in inner clip 2 be enough to sway it or go one more time? What does the future hold?
We're about to find out. GT Radio top 32, slide him left for Chen or right for Farrar one more time, and it's going to be a one more time. Wait, oh, yeah, no, 2-1. So, yeah, so there we go. One more time, and Ryan Lantain said that Farrar gets it, but unfortunately, or fortunately, you know, either one way or the other, but
another
one
reset.
more time.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think that's, you know, both these guys had some pretty large mistakes in the judge's eyes, so clean it up, tighten it up. Again, don't leave it in the judge's hands.
New life for both of them, for sure.
Yeah, I'd say Nate Chen got gifted a little gift there, just given that he washed out, and that was kind of a large mistake in the judge's eyes, but Zach had that large mistake up here in the keyhole, and I think that completely offsets it.
Yeah, and like from a driver's perspective in the chase car, if you see that wheel straightening out or something, you might be thinking he's going to be parking it or whatnot.
Yep. And here we go. We got Brutskiy and Margaritas Katsanidis, the Greek doctor. All right, Brutskiy, multiple champion, never settle. Drift HQ, BMW, a brand new build for him. Springfield, Massachusetts. Look at these. Very similar. Again, some more modern BMWs. Sorry. As Brutskiy will lead. Dimitri Brutskiy qualified 15th. Margaritas qualifying 18th.
Should be a pretty good pairing.
Yeah, again, most recently, Brutskiy being the champion in 21 multiple years. And won last year, 22, by Robert Thorne. Brutskiy would love to get back on top of the championship box. Brutskiy, big angle from him. Drift HQ, BMW. Saw some corrections. Nasty snap transition back. Straightening out there. Threw some angle at it. Looks like he's fighting the car a little bit.
No.
And some more trouble out there in outside zone 2. Wow. And Margaritas gets aggressive.
Now that's interesting to see if Brutskiy slowed down there, because that's definitely not a decel zone there or momentum. And now parts are being deleted on the track on the run-up. Ricky's gonna have a hike to get that one.
Yeah, seen a lot of tumultuousness here.
No, he was at full lock when he made contact with that door, so there's that front end's probably not at 100%. There's at least a tie rod bent, I would bet.
Yeah, he hit pretty hard on that back left corner. The front front left, sorry, hitting his back right.
Yeah, taking a look at here, Margaritas kind of lagging there behind in the initiation, and Brutskiy had a real late transition here, so I think that did attribute for Margaritas to kind of make up some ground here, but Brutskiy 2 wheels off there in auto zone 2 and really decelled
he was going to straighten out.
Man, Margaritas was on the binders there as
But did you see Brutskiy? Watch him counter.
Yep.
So look, he gets into the dirt, watch Brutskiy's car.
And hits the clip, pours on more angle.
See, he was coming back towards Margaritas. Watch Brutski's car. When he comes out and he goes to the inside clip, the car counters back. So it's like he almost...
All right, coming back. Yeah, look at that. That was a good snap transition, but it wasn't in the right spot.
Little correction there from Brutskiy out front.
Yep.
So watch when he leaves the dirt. Watch Brutskiy exclusively. Ready? Rip. See how he's like
it was
kind of
about to
coming
grip
back?
up because he probably didn't have enough wheel speed
Right.
and horsepower to dig out of it, and that probably attributed to the collision.
All right, yeah, we are. So again, fault on Brutskiy there.
Advantage Margaritas.
Yeah, advantage Margaritas, and what that dictates there is the judges have to dictate fault in order for Hansen to get on the car and to utilize an NGK competition timeout. If you're not at fault, you don't have to utilize it. If you are at fault and you need to get hands on the car, you have one through the entirety of the weekend. That does include yesterday into qualifying and into today. So as I would assume that Brutskiy would take a comp timeout, and Margaritas can get hands on his vehicle in order to inspect it. We'll find out if Brutskiy is taking a comp timeout in just a moment.
Yeah, especially since the run wasn't complete on the chase side.
Yeah,
I believe they deemed that as an incomplete run as a total. Because we are implementing a new rule this year. If the run was complete and there was contact, then we kind of give them a 5-minute each bonus to check out their car to keep the show going.
Katsanidis gonna see how his car, see what kind of condition it is in. Michael Essa tuning in, former champ. See the EA on the roof of both these cars actually. Michael Essa.
So still has a hand in the mix.
Yep. So just hung up his helmet. No, he's a proud dad and a business owner and just all around good guy. So I know he's tuning in and watching. Giving me the proper pronunciation. Katsanidis.
Oh.
FYI. All right. Yeah, waiting to pull the trigger on this NGK competition timeout. NGK. Do spark plugs timeout? They sure do, and timely spark plug replacement not only prevents fouling, it provides the best engine performance, it ensures less repair time and can save you money on unnecessary repairs. Visit ngksparkplugs.com to learn more about OE suggested spark plug intervals and find the best plug for your engines. NGK, the ignition specialist.
Feel sure we're going to go to the next battle here.
It looks like we will move on to our next battle.
That's an old Rahimi.
What's that? Boom and Rahimi?
Oh, 2020.
He's like Yoda.
Yeah.
I had no idea. All right, Rudy Hansen coming to us from Idaho. And he's running that the blown 427 mass motor.
Send it, you will.
All right, Rudy Hansen, Human Rahimi. And Rudy Hansen will leave again with that mass blown engine. Idaho. Let's go. Rudy Hansen, Human Rahimi applying the pressure right there from jump. Rudy Hansen transitions back now up the hill. Rudy rockets and pulls away from Human Rahimi. Now back down the hill. And Rudy pulling away. Wow, Rudy really showing up. Nice job.
Yeah, the only thing you need to clean up was that initiation coming to inner clip 1. He was kind of getting a handful of the brake. I think it was big handbrake today. Jared said a little. So here we go. Kind of a middle of the road, straight up initiation. Nothing too wild. Seemed kind of pouring. There's not much smoke pouring on until after the inner clip 1. Rahimi a little late on the transition there. Coming up the hill. getting that outer zone 1. Rahimi making his presence known there a little bit with coming to inner clip 2, but he does have a late transition here that kind of sets him up for failure to not put him in the pocket at all and barely in frame here as they come up, finish it through inner clip 3.
Houman Rahimi in that Woman Life Freedom Zenzendegi Azadi 370Z. He was definitely this morning was there very thankful for shouting out the Women Life Freedom. Again, and giving some exposure there to a call to action. Houman Rahimi, who will now lead. And Rudy Hansen will chase him down. As you said, some points to clean up there.
Yeah, I feel he's still at an advantage here, though the needle's definitely leaning towards Rudy at this point. So we'll see what Rahimi can pull out of his hat in his lead run.
A lot of action here between Nate and Zach Farrar, Brutskiy, and talking about Margaritas, what he's got going on. Katsanidis. But right now it's Rahimi and Hansen.
Turbocharge and supercharged V8s coming down.
All right, Houman Rahimi. Little yank of the handbrake past the inside clip. That does allow Rudy Hansen to gain that proximity, but now firing up the hill. Rahimi feels all that. Look at that, getting right to the, and Rudy dives in. You can see the contact being made. But that was just kind of applying the pressure there, Rudy. Say hello. Yeah, just giving a little knock on heaven's door. Nice job by Rudy Hansen.
Yeah, absolutely. I really liked Rahimi also, not too fazed by it. And
no.
He kept it together.
All the way to the course's edge on the outside zone, too.
Yeah, so I feel Rahimi was coming up a little long there. I did like his transition here through the touch and go. It was a little late, but Rudy reeling him in there, coming through outer zone 1 into the 2. Rahimi filling up that zone, saying hello. Did have a little less angle though, but I really like his anticipation here. Really set him up to, I think, get him on the side of the judges for sure, because he anticipated that coming out of the keyhole, and the rest just fell in place coming out.
You're talking about Hansen, how he anticipated Rahimi?
Yes. Yeah.
Both runs completed, waiting the outcome. Out of these two drivers, one will be going against either Brutskiy or Margaritas. Katsanidis. All right. Seeing who'll move on. And that, see the pedal commander burnout box being utilized. We'll see who it is. Hansen or Rahimi. Slide him left one more time. What do we got? One more time. We got Hansen and one more time. Another one more time between Hansen and Rahimi. So another OMT. Using them all up here.
Yeah, I was wondering if I could get some insight from them. See what that was all about.
And it looks like going back to Nate Chen. Nate Chen and Zach Farrar, the one more time. Nate Chen, Zach Farrar. All right, Nate Chen, Zach Farrar back with this. We talked about that first battle. Nate Chen washing out on initiation. Zach Farrar checking up and bulking, throwing the roadblock in the horse pit.
Yep, that abandoned ship at the finish was a moot point. I was remembering that, but I'm like, oh yeah, we had the wash, stall, let's reset, get these chariots going.
All right, seeing a few more fans here. The rain went away. We'll see. Hopefully it stays away for the entirety of Prospec and obviously Pro going into tomorrow. One more time run between Chen and Farrar. Lights on and extinguish. Again, Nate Chen notably qualifying second just behind Ben Hobson. So Nate Chen, see if he learned from his first mistake. Not washing out here on initiation, coming out into that first clip. Zach Farrar, aggressive. You see him make that contact. It snaps back. And then now Nate into that second outside zone. So again, another case of Maybe was Zach being too aggressive? Was Nate checking up? I know they're going to probably run it back and take a look.
Yeah, just looking at it at first glance, it looked like Nate's transition might have been a little early, but there's really not a specific point in the track. It's more of a guideline with that touch and go. So let's take a look here. Really dig in Nate's initiation here, whipping it there. Hard to see at that angle, but trust me, it was wild. So here we go, coming back through, and maybe Zach anticipated that snappier transition he had in the first battle. So he kind of got all up in his tire there and kind of set himself up. Unfortunately, it wasn't the transition he was looking for. Trying to stay in frame, put on a show. Nate taking it home back up the hill, and Zach, he's going to have to put on a good lead here.
But also you got to keep in mind that as the chase driver, you have to give that lead driver enough room to transition. So was Zach anticipating? Was he too aggressive? Regardless, it just happened. So you got to kind of let him go.
A mixing bowl of both, you know. These guys are pumped.
Yeah, got the fans getting all
initiation going down the hill, 156 miles an hour.
Turn down your shirt, bro. I can't hear you. Look at that mane. That is solid. That is
feathered and lethal.
Oof. My man's wig right there is out of hand. What's going on, dude? Yeah, that's your hair. We're talking about your hair.
Is that a wig? What is it?
Let that thing flow. Let that mud flap flow, son. Let's see the air blow through that thing.
Is that thing real?
I think it's a wig. No?
Thumbs up if it's real.
He can't hear you.
He can't?
He can't hear the hair. It's the hair in the shirt. He can't hear us. There it is. See? Look at. I whip my hair back and forth. Life's a trip, dog. All right. Thanks for joining us out here. Zach Farrar still back there at that start line.
Someone going to take a 5 here? Or?
Yeah, looks like Zach's making his way back, and don't see Nate either. So, a lot of action going on here. Contact, either with the dirt, with each other. How we doing? You guys having fun over there? Got some snacks. What are you snacking on right there? Oh yeah, is that Pop-Tart, dog? I got a little Twinkie action or something. Oreos, little cheese crackers, peanut butter. Okay,
cheese crackers for the win.
That's what's up. What's in that bottle, ma'am? I think got some contraband in that bottle, ma'am. You got some chips. Got some of that mom juice in that. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there on Sunday. This guy he
doesn't know what to do with his hands.
Yeah, you don't know what to do with your hands. Oh, just drop the bottle.
You're not under arrest, sir. It's okay. Put your hands down.
You're good. You're good. Hearts.
We love you too.
Okay, now that's a family show. You can't do that. You can't dance. You're gonna break the camera. Getting ready again, just bouncing all around here between Chen and Farrar, and everything in between. Couple one more times. Brutskiy, we saw again contact between them. My man's just on spring break 2023 already. Man, sun's out, guns out. Check out my dude, not even acknowledging us, living his best life right now.
Yep.
Got the East 10 Drift shirt on next to you. That's what's up. Got a cold can of Miller Lite, just living his best life. Yup. I'm gonna come join you guys. You know, I'm done. Sopa, you got this. Look at the babies partying too. Baby smile. Look at baby's
got the
happy.
proper safety gear.
That's good. That's what's up. Look at the baby.
Wow,
look how hyped the baby is, dude.
Wow.
Baby's pumped. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. Judging, watching. Catch an early flight home from San Diego. Baby's hyped on some headphone jams right there. What's playing in the headphones? Big Run the Jewels fan or something?
The live stream.
Maybe T-Pain. Listen to live stream. I don't know. Okay, scene. And we got some great beverages. Rockstar Energy Drink, as well as if you're looking for an adult beverage, Zero Carb Beer is here at Drift Atlanta, presented by Bud Light. Next, that's right, Bud Light Next is a super crisp and refreshing light beer with only 80 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 carbs. Bud Light Next, brewed for what's next. Drift Atlanta is presented by Bud Light Next. Again, only 80 calories. Bud Light Next is brewed in the tradition of Bud Light with the flavor and stats to satisfy your ever-evolving taste in the on-go lifestyle. Bud Light Next, brewed for what's next. Enjoy responsibly, with Bud Light next. Moving back to...
This is run 2, correct?
Yeah, this is that one more time? Or is this the second half?
Because Margaritas had to take a 5, so this is the second half.
Yeah, so we are jumping all around here. So
like a jackrabbit.
All right. Katsanidis out front, Brutskiy in the chase position. Margaritas coming down the hill. Whoa, getting aggressive.
There we go.
All right, so Brutskiy in the chase position. Katsanidis now coming into that outside zone 2. Just not getting those outside zones, allowing Brutskiy to be right there on the door of him.
Absolutely.
So I want to run that back.
Yeah.
He didn't have anywhere to go.
He didn't have anywhere to go. So yeah, let's take another look at it, because Brutskiy was doing exactly what he needed to do in the deficit that he had. He was super aggressive everywhere, and I'm not sure if it was going to bite him or in that. Let's see what Margaritas did, and if it was a stalling or not.
Yeah, that got really interesting there because, again, Margaritas Katsanidis, you saw him go into the outside zone 1, didn't get out there, and then came up shallow 2. And like you said, Dimitri, he needed to be aggressive.
There was also contact there in that transition. Taking another look at it. So Margaritas, kind of a slow initiation, nothing snappy. We got a little bonker there, and then coming back around, getting outer zone 1. A little out of the frame here, and yep, very short in outer zone 2. Dimitri taking advantage of that. I don't know if the bump caused him to spin, but I don't think Margaritas was impeded. He looked like he was on the throttle, so it'll be interesting to see what the judges come up with as far as who's at fault. Or if it was just an independent kind of a bump and then, oh, no, we're spinning out.
Man, chaos on the track. When we come back, we'll sort it out what's going on here. Again, maybe dial it back a little bit, guys. You know, tone it down a little bit.
Half a cup.
All right, when we come back, some more action. And Gal, we got Kelsey Rowlings out there. We're going to see her in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere here at Road Atlanta.
Rockstar Energy gets me energized so I can go out and send it. Hustle on.
GT Radio. Experience ultra high performance.
Link ECU. We know what it takes to win. Pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
For 30 Formula Drift teams, our professional tire stacks crew will mount over 1,000 tires during a weekend to keep our drivers on track, competing at the highest level. TireStacks.com, the official tire service of Formula Drift.
The magic of Rain-X. Okay, that's some serious Hollywood stuff right there. But with Rain-X Latitude water repellency blades, the magic is real. These blades apply a new longer lasting water repellency formula. The magic of Rain-X repels water from your windshield so water beads up and rolls away while you drive, giving you the clearest view possible. Treat your windshield for safer driving visibility with Rain-X Latitude water repellency wiper blades.
Just dropped. Thinking about you. Just stops when I'm without you. Just dropped. Thinking about you. Just stops. When I'm without you.
Matt Sopa, myself, Jared DeEnda up here. What transpired? I mean, again, just one more time. Contact, this, that, the other thing. What's going on?
Yeah, just a little bit of a circus here, Jared, in the top 32. So now we're going to look at the results here for Brutskiy and Margaritas, and it looks like it's going to go on the way to Margaritas. Judges were telling me that they were kind of looking at Margaritas' initiation, that he was slowing down, but he was actually hit where he's allowed to have momentum in the momentum zone, and then so it was okay. And Brutskiy obviously spun out in the inner clip 2 area, so advantage goes to Margaritas, and he's going to be in our top 16 later.
Congratulations, making the Greek doctor comes on in.
Nice
takes
debut.
out the former champ, Dmitry Brutskiy. All right, so well done. Remember, we still have to see the Nate Chen, Zach Farrar. We saw one of them call comp timeout. And then we got still that of Hansen and Rahimi. Beautiful backdrop here, Braselton, Georgia, just about an hour outside of Atlanta. Finding out what's going on here. Yeah, track tires supporting Rudy Hansen. Remember, tonight, 7:30. Tonight at 7:30, that's when our opening ceremonies will kick off here for round 1 of the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship. We'll introduce you to who advanced on so far. Right now, we are a little bit more than halfway through because due to the one more times, the contact, a little bit of delays going down. And again, 7:30 local time, Prospec, round of 16. Sun's out, guns out. We got tank tops on. This guy got his Braves tattoo. You got the Atlanta Braves on the left arm there. All right. How we doing? Don't smile. Don't have fun. Seriously, don't. Yeah. Yeah, don't get into trouble. You guys are up on the big screen right now, by the way. Just having fun. They're living their best life. No, not even acknowledging us.
No cares.
All right, so Rudy Hansen did call that competition timeout. Rudy Hansen, the track tires supporting him. All right, so Rudy Hansen is calling it. All right, so we'll go back to Farrar and Chen. Go back to them as Hansen calls that comp timeout. And there we can see Farrar in the Pedal Commander burnout box. So quite a few delays here in Prospec. Just first round jitters maybe, a little bit of, debut, Atlanta, just the weight of it all maybe coming down on the shoulders of these drivers.
Yeah, that's one thing the judges would kind of portray with these guys, we're not trying to outrun the chase driver. Remember your responsibilities. Check those boxes we were talking about in qualifying so that you feel your responsibilities. The rest will fall in place. Don't worry about that guy behind you. Just have a good lead run, and you know what to do. They kind of get. Sometimes drivers will get in their head and be like, I got to get away, but you just got to get away from it.
Yeah, just run your run. And we said that right at the start is, run your run, don't look back, and sometimes just being a little too aggressive will end up hurting you and not the other driver.
Yeah, because if you go too aggressive in a certain point, then if you haven't done that before, then you don't know what to do to correct it to set yourself up for later in the course.
So this is OMT run 2. So now it will be Farrar out front, Nate Chen in the chase position.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So Farrar will be leading, Nate Chen giving chase. Coming down the hill, you can see Zach Farrar. Man, that thing has been battered and bruised. It showed up looking like a show car. Now it's a weapon. Past that inside clip, Farrar with a very aggressive snap up the hill. Now the Shinjuku S chassis in that outside zone too. Again, give it more time. Look at that. Farrar with that wide swing. Nate Chen keeping it tight, and he gets to the side of the S chassis. See how they manage the transition.
Excellent.
So I like Zach's aggressiveness, but unfortunately he does go overshoot that second inside clip. Nate kept it tight.
Yeah, definitely took advantage of that wide line clip too. So again, these guys have been having really awesome initiations here, nice and aggressive. Zach getting through there. Nate still pushing through in outer zone 1. Zach is filling up that outer zone 2, but just couldn't make the arc tight enough to get him. Nate almost going for the pass there, but just not enough real estate. But it also sets him up for a real good position in the pocket there, coming back and finishing the run. So we'll have to see which way the needle's going to go between these two guys.
Yeah, and that was the second run. So an outcome, are they going one more time? We have to digest that first run between the two gentlemen.
Yeah.
And look at that, look quickly. Slide him left for Chen, right for Farrar. And it looks like Nate Chen will get the win. Nate Chen gets the win over Farrar. So just too many mistakes there for Farrar on that second battle. So again, thank you so much. As far as
got the Stig in the tent over there.
Yeah, what's going on? Taking a look. I know Team Rowdy, they always have a good time. Team Rowdy's in the building. Had tents for numerous years. Ray and the gang and everybody over there just having a good time. All right, should be Rudy Hansen and Rahimi after Rudy did call that competition timeout. Waiting for them to make their way over there.
What we got? He doesn't think he's on
pink
fire.
Helmets, pink glasses. Yo, protect J-Rod at all costs. Yo, I'm a fan of that. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, we're okay with that.
Yeah, protect me. Thank you. I appreciate this. Love it. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. 20 years we've been coming here, and I've seen families develop, fans grow, the fan base, all of it, as we are now just a few more battles deep in a competition where you see just the one yellow name. That means they're advancing on. So our next battle will be Hansen and Rahimi after one more time, and this is how it's shaping up. Hobson versus Buchanan, Farouk versus Matta, Justin Chesnutt versus Jack Davis, Connor O'Soley, he's going against Dustin Miles. You got Nate Chen versus Margaritas. And here we go. We are seeing Rudy Hansen. Rudy Hansen will lead Rahimi giving chase. Man, Human just smokes him off the line.
Yeah.
Rudy Hansen, that track tires coming to us from Idaho. S chassis. Past that touch and go. These guys are getting a lot of track time. Rudy, big angle there. See how he manages outside zone 2? Right there, right on it. Well done by Hansen. That Mass Motorsports. 427. Back up the hill, Rahimi.
Yeah, I think Rahimi could have anticipated those transitions a little better. I think he would have been sitting a little more prettier than he was during that chase. But learn next time, right? So Rudy, nice little snappy initiation, pouring out the angles some more, so that here clips one. Rahimi right there. And he did anticipate that transition good, but Rudy with that 427 going, just pulling away from that turbo. Let's fill that zone nicely, little left foot brake. Rahimi taking advantage, compromising his line just a little bit. Rudy taking it close to that inner clip too, and he sends it home, leaving Rahimi behind there in his smoke cloud, and kind of sealed the deal there on his lead run against Rahimi.
And here we are, Rahimi out front. Woman Life Freedom Zenzadegi Azadi, 370Z. Now Human qualifying 26th yesterday. Rudy, if he really wants to lock it in, needs to be aggressive and just get right there to the side of Rahimi. Human, again, we've seen some really great things from him over the years. Even his second run, just dialed it in.
On that qualifying?
Yeah, that second qualifying run was really rock solid. And there goes Rudy.
Nope.
You can see him just slide past Rahimi. So you keep talking the word that, oh boy, that's, looped it.
The nail in his coffin.
Yeah, unfortunately for Human Rahimi, that mistake out front and not caused by Rudy, not caused by any contact, that's going to seal the fate of Human Rahimi. Rudy Hansen will be advancing.
Top 15.
Yep. So Rudy Hansen advances on. That tire stacks. SB moving on. Let's take a look at it, make it official. And slide him left for Rudy Hansen. Rudy Hansen gets the win, knocking out Human Rahimi. Human, hopefully we'll see you at E-Town in New Jersey. All right, getting through our 32. Local time, about 5:30 or 32 scheduled to go till 6:15, but might go a little deeper than that as Kelsey Rowlings versus Matthew Bystrak. Kelsey had a busy weekend already. They built an all-new Coyote engine for S chassis, popped the engine, was it 2 nights ago? Swapped out the engine.
Wednesday night.
And then put it in, and tell you what, I don't know, maybe Old Faithful works out for her because she had a great qualifying run, put her into 10th. Bystrak 23rd.
Yeah, hopefully she can keep that momentum going because that was very solid runs yesterday.
How we doing? Enjoying some lunch there. Thank you, guys and gals, for joining us. Thank you so much. Got him. I see that. See you trying to drop it. Let's go. All right. Like the white Crocs, looking good. Love the white Crocs, a little chicken teriyaki bowl. Getting hungry now, Sopa.
Yeah, when's lunch?
Right after this.
All right. It's on me.
There at the top of the hill, the Pedal Commander burnout box. The Pedal Commander burnout box being utilized by our next competitors. Again, Rowlings and Bystrak. 5 more battles, including this battle. And Kelsey sits at the line. Bystrak, a couple more turns and burns. And pull up to that line. Here it comes. Nope. Psych. One more little turn as Kelsey waits. That top one oil coming to us from Florida.
Yeah, it's interesting. Her having to put her old motor in, and she's down about 100 horse versus that new one that she had lined up. So, but she made it work for sure.
Yeah, listening to Kelsey's spotter. Got here 6 a.m. yesterday morning. Thrashed to get that thing back here. Like you said, down about 100 horsepower. Here we go, run 1 of this battle. Rowlings and Bystrak. Rowlings leading. Coming down the hill. Initiates. Not massive angle, but centers that inside clip. Working her way up the hill in that first outside zone. Bystrak a little bit lacking and takes way shallower lines in the chase. You can see Bystrak kind of struggling to hang with Kelsey Rowlings. And Kelsey not as tight. We saw her on initiation center punch that inside clip. That's the kind of not exactly where you want to be at all.
Yeah, she's kind of having a straight up initiation. She does go driver's left, and I thought she was going to go for the big flick, but then it ended up kind of being a straight up handbrake on initiation, maybe a little too early, and only got a tire off there. And Matt getting kind of caught up in the smoke. Maybe his car is more comfortable at more angle because it seemed to be just kind of all over the place, but the car was only settled with more angle than she had. So his car might be more gripped up at the angle to match hers as they come around here, and he's just never really settled in the pocket behind Kelsey there when they come around here going back up the hill.
A lot of smoke filling the Coliseum here. That is Road Atlanta. Bystrak will now lead. Kelsey Rowlings giving chase. Let's see what Bystrak has for us. As you said, his car operating better with that angle.
See if Kelsey can match his angle at the speed that's gonna provide here.
Here we go, Matthew Bystrak out front, Kelsey Rowlings in the chase position. Very, very comparable initiations on the inside clip, but Bystrak slides past that first inside clip, does not hit it. Ooh, look at Kelsey Rowlings, gets up into that back right, and Kelsey maybe too aggressive and bit off more than she could chew. We'll have to take a look at that. Did Bystrak impede on the line of Kelsey, or was she just that too aggressive?
Yeah, they're in that momentum zone where they're allowed to left foot brake, use their tools, the angle of the car to slow it down there before under zone 2. It might have looked like you've seen your fender kind of pop up there. It might have got caught in that lead wheel, and whenever you get a lead wheel and angle and it wants to stop without you knowing it, it's going to over rotate or straight up.
Yeah, it's going to get into that fiberglass or carbon fiber, depending on what you got.
Like you said, very similar initiations here, and Kelsey was right there, had a compromising angle to catch up to Matt going up the hill. She's getting close to the touch and go, and Matt pouring on the smoke. Yeah, she got in the back of his right left wheel, and just kind of straighten out there. Not much you can do after that point, but put on the rest of the show here. And Matt's bringing it back here a little smoother in the lead in his chase after the fact, so advantageous to Bystrak.
Yeah, Bystrak,
you can see your compromising angle and a little bit of the line. Good angle there. Let's see. Got a piece of that corner, but I don't think it was. Maybe she just got scared, got on the brakes. Really not sure why it gripped up, to be honest, but there it went.
Well, it has been a busy weekend for Kelsey Rowlings. Hopefully we'll see here at E-Town, but Matthew Bystrak gets the win and will advance on. So Matthew Bystrak moving on into top 16. 4 more battles left here in 32. Notable battle next, 15 years old. Jaden from Montreal, Canada, and he's going against Daniel Malvasio, Allentown, PA. Jaden Martorana and Malvasio from Pennsylvania. Just that iconic downhill, man. Just it looks so cool in video. I mean, that looks like a video game right there, but
right.
Just coming down that hill. Have you driven or ridden with anybody in a car here at the track?
I wish.
Yeah. Yeah, I have. It's interesting. It doesn't look that intimidating, like just seeing that nice little drone shot, but ripping down triple digits and then just initiating and sliding into that left.
Yeah, I bet it's similar to a horse thief in California. You come over that crest and you're looking down and like, oh, jeez.
Here we go. Back to the battle. And here we go. Jaden from Canada against Daniel from Pennsylvania. Jaden's got initiating now into that first clip. Oh, and he gets into the side of him.
Oh.
And that
double
was
kitty litter.
That was double kitty litter. And
so
getting aggressive on jump.
First knee jerk is that I think the chase driver was at fault there.
Yeah. Yeah, right there on initiation, just getting in the side, and that thing is buried. That is.
It's got probably control arm and tie rod. That thing is
boy.
just launched out.
Oh boy, clean up on aisle 1. Yeah, that front right getting into the side of Jaden.
See how the Corvette looks here. Looks like it's driving off and probably just got in the middle of his door, hopefully.
Yeah, unfortunately, Daniel, he's going to have, yeah, the wheel's not supposed to be pointed like that, unfortunately. The Mantis angle. Hit on that.
Let's take a look at here.
Gonna need some new parts.
Jade throwing a lot of angle on that initiation. He's been doing that all weekend, and Daniel just went a little too spicy on the chase there to begin with. So to the rocks, to the beach.
Yeah. Down by the beach, boy.
Really like that flick. Look at that. You got to slow it down here. Grab a little handbrake, but he's allowed to do that. That's where the momentum zone is, and she wrote for that run.
Spotter stand here for Prospec, thinning out as we progress on. We've got Evan Bogovich, Derek Madison, Jeff Donati, Blake Olson, Alex Jager, and sideways Sean Illingworth. Our 4 remaining battles, including these 2 gentlemen. When we come back, we got to clean up on aisle 1. We got more action when we return here to round 1 of the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship.
Rockstar energy. Gets me energized so I can go out and send it. Hustle on.
GT Radio. Experience ultra high performance.
Link ECU. We know what it takes to win, pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
For 30 Formula Drift teams, our professional tire stacks crew will mount over 1,000 tires during a weekend to keep our drivers on track, competing at the highest level. TireStacks.com, the official tire service of Formula Drift.
The magic of Rain-X. Okay, that's some serious Hollywood stuff right there. But with Rain-X Latitude water repellency blades, the magic is real. These blades apply a new longer-lasting water repellency formula. The magic of Rain-X repels water from your windshield so water beads up and rolls away while you drive, giving you the clearest view possible. Treat your windshield for safer driving visibility with Rain-X Latitude water repellency wiper blades.
My heart just dropped. Thinking about you. Just stops when I'm without you. My heart just dropped. Thinking about you. Just stops when I'm without you.
Congratulations. 1, 2, and 3. There it is.
I'm Jared Deanna, and I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Ryan Sage. Ryan, we have a beautiful day, a great track.
I guess it's a win-win the way you look at it, but man, this is gonna be...
Oh! Chris loses it!
Oh, and Darren McNamara, what happened? Oh, Jared! Tyler McCory drops the tire right there. Oh!
Race man skills, Millen gets the win. But not phased as Daijiro Yoshihara.
Very fast into this corner right here. Oh!
Blazing speed, and he hits the outside rear clipping zone.
Great proximity from Daigo in the first one with a couple of airs.
I would like to see us continue to kind of move on the trajectory that we're on and continue to sell out events, grow the drivers and their programs, grow our audience, our live stream viewership, all the things that are important to us as a business. I'd love to see that continue to grow. And at the same time, what's important is that people are achieving their dreams.
Welcome back. Big can in your hand. That's right, Rockstar Energy Drink, the official energy drink of Formula Drift. Got a cool activation going on down there. Go grab a can of Rockstar Energy and also enter to win some cool stuff. Got some gear down there for sale. We will have our halftime break here in just a little bit as we wrap up 32. These guys are, I was putting it over there, kind of willing it, you know. They're at 11, man. Can we dial it down to like 8.5?
Yeah, do you relay that to the spotters? Be like,
yeah.
Just pump it back about half a click.
Well, I'll tell you what. With Bogovich and Madison being on track,
there's going to be no chill.
Bogovich, he's in a loaner
chill.
car. Now, the vehicle might look familiar. It's Amanda Sorensen. That's her vehicle. She's currently over in Scotland. She's racing an Extreme E, which is an all-electric off-road series. Tyner Faust is out there, actually, as well, RJ Anderson. But so that black and pink, the United States Air Force vehicle. But DMAZ, Derek Madison, he finished second overall. So as far as we're taking a look at Jaden, the young buck, 15 years old, going against Daniel. Did we deem who was at fault for that contact?
Yeah, so that was a decel zone coming up to the inner clip 1, and he just went too spicy. And
Daniel.
Yes.
In the chase position.
Correct.
Okay, so Jaden was doing everything he needed to do. Daniel came
yeah,
in
he was looking
way
pretty,
too
and then Daniel kind of wrecked shop.
Got it.
So.
All right, so we'll revisit that after Daniel will have to call his competition timeout. You saw that front right corner. Josiah Fillets with that the praying mantis kit.
Luckily, there's a lot of BMWs here.
Right, exactly.
Parts.
Here we go. So Evan Bogovich, he's in lead position. D-Mads, Derek Madison in the chase position. That fuel lap technology. Whoa, Bogovich. Big aggressive initiation, but was it too much? You saw him kind of pull out of it, really fighting the wheel. Oh boy, oh boy,
he's in the weeds.
All right, Bogovich does save it from going to the wall, but D-Mad's shutting it down because once that lead car makes a mistake, he doesn't need to rip through the entirety of the course.
And it might have been over technically before that, before it was obviously end of the run. So
yeah,
I think you can kind of see between the 1 and the 2 cone on the screen, there's a little dip in the rumble strip there. It looked like Bogovich caught that and kind of just, that was the root of all the problems he had with coming down the hill and couldn't just wheel out of it.
Yeah, Bogovich going ham sandwich, as you say?
He's getting buck wild, that's for sure. Yeah, see there, he catch the dirt there and surprisingly threw the car more angle, but just getting all over the course there, transitioning super late, slow. Madison doing the best he can to keep some presence there, left foot braking, and then he just decided to make the outer zone there by Michael Weber and our EMT team, and Derek shutting it down. So definitely at a disadvantage, Bogovich here.
Let's take a look. Will Bogovich pull? Will he bring it around and just wrap it right around? Or is he going back?
Survey says.
Looks like he's going back.
Yep.
All right, another half battle completed. So Bogovich looks like he makes his way back up to the hot pit area, see if he can get the car back and up to snuff. So comp timeout looks like by Bogovich. And Dana Malvasio, he'll call that comp timeout as well. Jaden will not have to utilize his. All right, so yeah, we are saying that basically, the judges are saying, excuse me, that an incomplete right from launch.
Yeah, let's take a look here. Look at it, hit that big divot there, and might have been unchaseable at that point. We'll have to ask Ryan for sure, but it was way off course there in the transition. Not where you want to be in the lead position. Especially not there in the Atlanta clay.
Yeah, that rumble strip is not forgiving.
Yeah,
you know, they make it look easy when they kind of just cruise over it, but it's still violent. It's definitely going to disrupt.
Well, the thing of it is, they've been taking bites out of the outside of that rumble strip, and he put the rear wheel beyond the inside of that rumble strip, so it caught it, and you can't see it now, but it's not where we wanted to put the car ideally in initiation.
How you doing? Staying out of the heat? You chilling?
Gatorade.
Right. Doing all right, just kicking it. You feeling flow? All right, getting some updates here. All right, so Bogovich does call a comp timeout. That guy's a fun haver right there. It even says it on his hat, dude. How we doing? Got the yellow shades, a fun haver. Yeah, bro.
There we go.
That's what's up. Oh, we got a little Vaughn shirt action. Is that Pops right there? Is that what's family member there? What's up, Dad? You all right? Peace. That's what's up. Getting vibey on a Friday. I get it. Yeah.
Skipping school.
Skipping school. Let's go. Let's go check out FD Atlanta. We're just gonna kick it.
Bye run for Jaden here.
All right, so bye run for Jaden as Daniel Malvasio unfortunately is knocked out. Jaden Motorana, 15 years old, will advance on. So unable to fix his car, so Jaden will advance on his Formula Drift Prospec debut, just turning 15 a few days ago. Let's lay out and listen to the young buck Jaden.
Love it. So after his little fire on Wednesday practice, they actually took the nitrous out of that car. So he's probably one of the lower horsepower cars there. And it's, you know, despite it being a vet, it might only be sub 450, 500. So impressive all around.
All right. So Jaden, as you say, just about 450 horsepower on that. You said the fire, the nitrous, but regardless, 15 years young. That's pretty awesome. Great to see.
Not a bad debut.
No. Evan Bogovich, Derek Madison, still to go. Next up, don't know if we're going to see Donati and Olsen, or we're going back to Bogovich, Madison, and then we got Alex Jaeger and Sean Illingworth. Here's how the bracket is shaping up for our Royal Purple Top 16. Royal Purple, the synthetic experts, the official engine oil of Formula Drift. You can see Hobson, Buchanan, Kauai versus Matta, Chesnutt, Davis, O'Sullivan, Miles, Chen, Katsanidis, Hansen, Bystrak, and then just recently, Jaden against, it's either Bogovich or Madison. So we are advancing on to Jeff Donati versus Blake Olsen. Jeff Donati qualifying 6th. Blake Olsen forced to go to his second Q2 run in order to get into the show.
Oh, restart. Looks like he might have jumped the line there.
Yeah, it looks like jumped the light. He's rolling.
Oh.
They see me rolling. They hating.
Gotta.
Seeing him ride dirty.
Gotta hold that brake, my dude.
All right, strike one. So if you have 3 strikes, you're out. Yeah.
An incomplete, if you will.
An incomplete, yep. Lights are on and clear to send. Go for it. Jeff Donati, Blake Olsen. Run 1 of this battle. See how Donati handles the initiation. Straight line approach. Yank of the handbrake. Blake Olsen taking a tighter line. He does need to mimic that line of Donati. Looks like he's got the horsepower. Let's see how they handle second outside zone. Blake.
Oh, no.
Gets a little lost in the smoke. He does dip that back left tire, so maybe being a little too aggressive could hurt Blake Olsen in this scenario. Let's run the tape back. Donati.
Yeah, pretty solid lead run. I felt like he could have thrown more angle at in some places. Blake had a very strong showing in that chase in the first third of the run here. Like you said, Donati kind of a straight up initiation, not getting too close to interclip 1. Good mimic by Olsen there, coming up the hill through the touch and go, filling out zone 1. Maybe he anticipated Donati was going to go too deep in zone 2 or just didn't have the grip to slow himself down. Good mimic there through, coming back around, getting through that touch and go. Could have gotten a little closer, but Olsen just could not reel Donati back in as they set it back up the hill.
right, let's see. Blake Olson will now lead. Jeff Donati in the chase position. NBST, Works, BMW. Let's see what we got.
All the RPMs.
All the RPMs, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, big, getting those rumble strips. That looked kind of reminiscent of what we saw there earlier from Bogovich. But, man, look at that.
Yeah.
Blake Olson just flexing right now. Donati gets into that second outside zone. Blake a lot more comfortable up front. Snappy transition down the hill. And Blake, man, whoa, boy!
That's a rarity there. Oh, no.
Donati just absolutely flies past that last outside clip, or inside clip, excuse me. A big hit there by Donati into the wall.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is he might have been even off on that inner clip one coming down the hill, and it might have been incomplete there, but you know, you got to keep putting on the run. So
let's make sure he's okay. Again,
yeah.
Safety is a priority. Don't want to sensationalize it. Make sure you can see that front left. I'm seeing movement, which is good. Okay, yeah, he is moving. So round of applause for Jeff Donati. Drift Indy, Chase Bays, BMW. That was definitely a hard hit. And unfortunately, we do need to deduce that. Was that past the finish line? Is that clear? Was that safe? Was that, you know?
I'm fairly certain it was before the finish line. I think that rocket ship of Olson's car was just too much for him to try and keep up. Looking back here, we're looking at Donati's lead run here. Coming back up the hill. Blake putting the pressure on. Look at that. Deep into the zone there. Blake reeling him in through outer zone. Inner clip 2. Donati giving Olson a little bit of the smoke there as he comes around. Not using as much angle. I think that's why he got away from Olson there. And Blake trying to reel him in, but just didn't have it. Wow.
Ooh, that back just left.
He just kind of washed out. Unfortunately, that's what happens. You hit the rear end, and then the front end swings around, and then you got half a car damaged. Looking back here, looking at Blake's lead run here. He's getting nice and deep in there. Donati kind of compromising his line there as he tries to reel him in through outer zone 2, but keeping that same line. Not quite in the pocket as they come around here and getting towards the touch and go. Blake, nice snappy transition, moving up the hill, and Donati just offline. I think he got lost in the smoke and didn't figure out where he was until it was probably way too late.
Yeah, it was a hard hit. So Donati and Olson, side left for Donati or right for Olson. Unfortunately, the Drift Indy Chase Bays BMW is knocked out. Blake Olson gets the victory and will advance on. So Jeff, we'll see you at E-Town. But unfortunately, man, a lot of carnage here in 32, man.
Very interesting 32 so far. At least it's dry.
Some of the drivers up here join us. Jonathan Castro, we'll see him tomorrow in pro from Dominican Republic. Farouk Kauai, he's joining us up here. Checking out the competition. 2 more battles left, or I should say 1.5 more battles left.
Yep.
Bogovich versus Madison, finishing that one out, as Bogovich did call the competition timeout behind the wheel of Amanda Sorensen's vehicle. He got the call, says come drive this thing. And then Alex Jaeger and Sean Illingworth.
That'll be a good one.
Sean, that'll be a
Very
really good
battle
one.
there.
Yeah, my boy Nico was shouting him out. Sideways Sean, his debut, saying he's super excited.
Yeah, he's really turned it up since our first practice here. Really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, Sean Illingworth. So we'll see him. That's again taking a look from Corona. So all right, when we come back, we got to clean up here on aisle 1 once again. Bogovich versus Madison, the second half of that battle, and then one final battle. Alex Jaeger, Sean Illingworth, don't go anywhere. Here, round 1 of the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship. shows of the early transitions.
Made in Japan. Breed.
Passionate about a life in racing? Circle track, drag racing, drifting, or monster jam. Find it all at the University of Northwestern Ohio.
If you want to get everything you need to know about Monster Jam, about motorsports, you got to go to UNOH.
It's been the best opportunity I've ever taken. I've gotten so many opportunities, so many different connections.
You build every basic skill that you need to be able to work in racing and get your foot in the door.
See where your future can take you with a high-performance motorsports degree from the University of Northwestern Ohio. GT Radio. Experience ultra high performance.
This is the road to the championship.
I've won the championship twice now. I think we can do it again. Let's go. Let's do this.
Your winner at round one. Look at Osmo. He's a magician. Here we go. Rain or shine, these guys are down for a good time. You can't count anybody out.
Everybody's really pushing the envelope. One mistake, and that's it.
Oh my goodness.
What did I do wrong? I don't get it.
So it's all about attrition here in St. Louis. We're in the playoffs, man. We are fighting for it tooth and nail. And Osmo goes hard. Matt Field, the guy to beat.
We got 20 seconds to shine. We can't make any mistakes. If you do, you're out.
It's going to be coming down to Irwindale, kids.
Is Matt feeling the pressure? Absolutely.
The championship is on the line. Ryan Turk, he says, hold my rock star, homeboy. Let me show you something. Matt Field is out. Huge repercussions here. Your winner, Frederick the Norwegian Hammer Osbo! What an amazing ending to a 2022 season.
Welcome back here, Road Atlanta. We're going to clean things up here and get back to our battle here. We got Evan Bogovich and Derek Madison second half of the battle, and then the last of the top 32 is going to be Alex Jager and Sean Illingworth. Jared?
Matt Sopa clean up there on aisle one, and we are 1.5 battles left of our top 32. Our top 32 presented by GT Radio, the official tire of the Prospec Championship. That is how the brackets are shaping up. We have the second half of the battle, Bogovich versus Madison. I was talking to Alex's lovely fiance over there, and then Sean Illingworth, their spotter. So again, this is different dynamic for you, huh? I always at the banquet, a Formula Drift banquet, I always talk about perspective. You know, the driver's perspective, the pit crew, the staff, the corner workers, right? The judges, myself. So my perspective is I've been up here for 20 years and seeing the spotters stand and seeing the drivers and seeing them come up, but it thins out. So it thins out the herd, right? So you start to see some smiles, some tears.
And some drivers come here and fill it back in. You know,
Yeah.
I like to see that too.
But I always think it's interesting just seeing, again, as it progresses through the event. You know, you start with that 32. People are clamoring for the spots up on the front.
Got to get that good viewpoint.
It's the posturing, right? So the perspective of the spotters, the drivers. I always just, again, reference perspective. So I always think that we obviously have the, outside of the drivers, the best seat in the house.
Yeah,
it's see all the different angles.
It's super. Yeah, Orlando's probably the best seat in the house because I've had a few close calls there where tires come off and stuff, but it's definitely as close as you can get without getting your eyes wet.
Yeah, that is true. All right, how we doing? Look out! Oh, my man, what's he got going on here?
Probably
what are you stomping out, dude? What are we stomping out? Freedom USA. I see your shirt. How we doing, Pops? You good? Guys, yeah, I'm talking to you. Got that camo hat. He's got that invisible hat on again. How we doing, young man? You too in the Formula Drift hat. No, you don't want to say anything? It's all good. Just going to throw rocks. Just come out here just throwing rocks, killing bugs. We got purple shirt waving back there. Is that an Insane Clown Posse shirt we got back there in the purple one? Yeah, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah, that's
an anime shirt.
Oh, it's anime. Yep. I thought it was an ICP shirt. You know, whoop whoop. There you go. How we doing?
Yep, you're
up,
on TV.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for joining us out here. Got Mitzvah. That's you, bro, with the beanie. Look at this. My man's hyped right now. That's you. It's warm out. It's too hot for a beanie, man. Let it breathe. Throwing Shaka. Check out that. I love your hair, man. That thing's bellowing out of the lid. That looks good.
Looks like Andre the Giant holding that can.
Yeah, I know. It's like a tiny can. You got huge hands. I'm not even gonna say anything more. He's got a Lamb of God shirt on. He's got huge hands. He might come after you, Sopa.
That's my kind of, no way, man.
My name's
Lamb of
Matt
God, that's
Sopa,
good.
and I'm the one that's talking smack about you. So come find me. Yep, throwing up the horns right here. We got nice orange beard right there, looking like a pirate of Atlanta. All right, we cleaned up here our first and last inside clip. Unfortunately, Donati, for just tuning in, went hard into the wall. He is okay, so he's going to feel that in the morning. Unfortunately, his body and even more importantly, his car. That was pretty hard hit, that back left corner, that front left.
Yeah, he's got a few weeks to get that thing squared away.
Right, no. Well, figure Prospec, Jersey.
About
6
weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks, so. You know, and that's why a lot of the drivers, you know, Brutskiy, he's always committed to Prospec. Hasn't made the jump to pro, but managing 4 rounds compared to 8 rounds. You know, a little more manageable.
Yeah, they say that jump it's more than double. It might be double the rounds, but it's more than double the work.
See my man Brooks Church down there. I'm seeing Brooksy. I see you, baby. Seeing Ray. Thanks for the beer, dog. Appreciate that. Ray's got the old Pokemon Tarzan Yamada t-shirt, dude. That's some retro throwback right there to 2004. Warming up the tires for our next battle, the second half of this Bogovich-Madison battle. If you can recall, Evan Bogovich came in way too hot. That was deemed an incomplete right there on launch. He goes to initiate, gets on the wrong side of the rumble strips, hits the dirt, throws it off. That's a hard act to follow for DMAD's Derek Madison in that Fuel Lab Technologies S14. But Bogovich, now he will be chasing down DMADS, who finished 2nd overall in the championship last year. He's coming back. He says, you know, new look, new suit, kind of new vibe, but same DMADS. Coming to us from St. Louis, Missouri. Bogovich, obviously in a very competitive vehicle. Throwing the keys from Amanda Sorensen. Seeing Chris Forsberg up here. I don't know if he's joining us. He's going to watch Alex Jager, if he's just hanging out, cruising for a bruising. 3-time Formula Drift champion, Chris the Force Forsberg. Chris Forsberg gets the win. He's not even competing. Here we go, coming down the hill. We got Derek Madison and Evan Bogovich, DMADS. Whoa. Big, huge initiation. Seems like Bogovich having a bit of a struggle bus right now, but DMADS will continue through the course. That's going to be a, that will be a, yellow flag, shutting her down. Yeah, so Bogovich on initiation, more trouble once again. Just seems like it bit back, it grips up and just shoots him on the inside. So unfortunately for Bogovich.
He initiated, I think, even before the 3-cone. That was unprecedented.
Yeah, that was massive.
That was odd, to say the least. Let's see.
Yeah, take a look at it again.
Hardly even frame, and I don't know if he was. Jeez. I think he beat it too there. He almost did the replay of his lead run there. Derek just out for a Friday drive. He's going to shut it down here. And I think we know which way it's going to sway here. Sliding it right for Derek Madison. It's going to be in our top 16 later today.
One more battle left, and there it is. Let's make it official. D-Mad's Derek Madison gets the win. Fuel Lab Technology, St. Louis's own. Derek Madison will advance on. Madison will be going against the young buck, Jade. And how we doing, brother? Route 66. My man's got his pants rolled up. It's warming up. It's warming up.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think they're talking about right now? About eating
Their
phones?
cell phone plans?
Dude,
Yeah.
we can give you some food, dude. You don't need to eat your phone. It's all good, man. It's all good. Got a lot of sun hats going on. Saw the again. Stick around 10 minutes. You'll see all 4 seasons today. We
Really?
saw
We're gonna
rain.
see
We
snow
saw
later?
cold. What's that?
We're going to see snow
We're gonna see snow later.
All right.
Alex Jaeger, Sean Illingworth, Oak Ridge, New Jersey, versus the IE Illingworth, Corona, California. Sean Illingworth, sideways Sean, and Alex Jaeger, busy man, selling some snap-on tools, getting down here in Atlanta. Let's see what we got. Alex Jaeger, Sean Illingworth, our final battle of our top 32 GT Radial official tire of the Prospec Championship. And here we go. Alex Jaeger will lead. He qualified 11th. Sean qualifying 22nd. So one and done for both these drivers on qualifying yesterday. So you got to think, how much track time did they have? Seeing it dry. It's in ideal conditions right now. They had some wet practice, but now absolutely ideal. Alex Jaeger initiating on that first front clip. He does hit it with that front left corner. Again, treating it like a pole. Look at this, Sean trying to reel him in. Alex Jaeger puts that back left in. Sean comes up short. A big correction there. Some straightening there by Sean Illingworth. Shout out to the boy Nico. I know you're watching here. Now past that touch and go. Alex Jaeger a little more dialed. You see Sean kind of struggling there, having some corrections, especially in that keyhole. Definitely standing out.
Yeah, I did like how he made a good correction with Jaeger's going in the outer zone too, but we'll check that out later as they initiate here. Nice straight up. A few handbrake pulls as Jaeger comes around here. Sean doing a nice good job of anticipating, but he gets a little further away from it as he approaches outer zone 2. And Jaeger coming up just a little shy of outer zone 2, but Sean kind of makes the corrections there, just almost straightens out, but I don't think that'll be counted as such as he gets lost in the smoke there as finishing up the run. Interclip 3's down, way back up the hill they go to do the old switcheroo.
Getting some updates here from Evan Bogovich's lady. She says lots of issues. Some of the car, the belt broke earlier during practice, so having some issues.
Yeah.
You know,
you're losing your boost there if it's the belt. They're shared anyway.
Yep. All right, here we go. So we are seeing a sideways Sean out front. Sean Illingworth, Alex Jaeger in the chase position. NOS Energy Drink, Nissan 370Z. And all Nissan battle. Oh, Sean Illingworth on that initiation coming across the nose of Alex. That got a little hairball in that first outside zone. Let's see how Sean handles it. Gets it outside zone. Now looks like Alex coming up a little bit short. Sean about the second tick mark on that inside clip now coming outside of the keyhole and then finally finishing it off. Good transition from both these guys.
I like that, anticipating, going through the smoke there from Jaeger on that final little leg of the course.
Some great runs there from all of our 32 drivers. Let's
Look at this, so you're not supposed to impede there, so yeah, he comes just swiping left across Jaeger's bumper there. Jaeger anticipating, nice smooth transition from Sean as they pull away from him just a little bit as they come into the outer zone 2, filling it up. Jaeger making some little bit of corrections there, getting around inner clip 2, busting it around. Jaeger doing a real good job mimicking Sean's less than snappy transitions and really anticipating that last transition going back up the hill. Very good, strong performance from both guys. If I had to say it, Jaeger is probably moving the needle towards him, but let's take a look at another angle here as Sean leads now. And Jaeger in the frame, could be a little more present, making some corrections there, but Sean way off of inner clip 2 there as he makes his way around the keyhole, shooting back out. Here comes Jaeger still in the fight here as they get past the touch and go, and Jaeger making a nice transition there. Even though he was far back, he still was able to mimic it really well on back towards the finish.
Take a look at the outcome here. Slide him left for Jaeger, right for Sean Illingworth, and it looks like Alex Jaeger gets the win and is going to the finals. He'll be going against Blake Olson in top 16. Congratulations to Alex Jaeger. Hey, congratulations, Matt Sopa. Your first ever head-to-head top 32 Action Prospec Championship.
In the books.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. You got it for my job, bro? I'm joking.
Oh, if you only knew.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Top 16 drivers. This is how it's whittled down. Hobson, Buchanan, Kohl, Farrar, Kauai versus Austin, Matta, Chesnutt, Davis, O'Sullivan, Miles. Then you got Chen, Katsanidis. You got Hansen, Bystrak, Martorana, Madison, Olson, and Jaeger rounding out the 16. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Matt Sopa. Thank you to our judges,
Jared.
Chris Yule, Ryan Lontaine, Brian Eggert, Robin Sheeta, Sean Adriano, Ryan Sage, and we're going to be back here for top 16. Local time 7:30. The party continues. Look at that, firing up, firing all cylinders. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back here like a track addict. So thank you so much. I'm Jared Deanna. We'll be back here about 7:30.